Welcome, welcome, welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I'm Liberal 12th Man. And as I said before, I would be putting together something for us to do to kind of have fun with the concept of being the sporting director, of filling in for Mr. Hughes as the sporting director. So, it is going to be a very interesting concept that we're going to be going through today. What it is I set it up so that I can explain what it is that we all need to conceptualize and how we're going to be breaking it down. And it's definitely an advanced class. It's like an upper level class. This isn't like a 101 class that some of the other content creators probably would do. But I understand that you guys are educated, well done, and everything else. So I'm sure you guys can handle what it is that I have for you guys. So big up to Philip. How you doing, brother? Big up to Lee WizKid. I feel you. I know there's a lot of other choices, but I appreciate the fact that you're starting here. Honesty, of course, my guy. Appreciate you guys are on the books here, ready to rock and roll with me. And if I haven't mentioned your name, or if you haven't said something in the chat just yet, hello to you, of course, as well. We will be having the Irishman join us pretty soon, and possibly even Jazz if he's available. I know that he does have other obligations, so it should be a good one as well. So we are going to I'm going to show you how this all works. First off, that's like the biggest thing, I think, is that getting it down to where I can at least tell you how this is all going to work, so we're all on the same page, okay? And so that we can all make sure that and I can help, like you can help me with keeping everything organized and together. But it's not overbearing. Don't worry, it's not overbearing, okay? So don't get your knickers in a bustle. I don't know how to say it. Forget it. don't worry. You'll be taken care of. You'll be well taken care of. So let me bring this up, okay? And also I'm gonna make sure that Brian can join us properly, actually. So let me make sure I can get this to him. One second. Let me send this link over. Oops, maybe I can. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. All right, and I'm going to make sure that we can take this down and make sure I bring up this. All right, this is how it's going to work. This is how it works. I'm going to show you the starting 11, basically, okay, with 11 subs underneath the main sub. So, for instance, you might have, I don't know, Trent Alexander-Arnold as the right back, and then the sub for him would be Connor. Understand? So it's that simple, all right, that are used for the team, all right? So we're only going to evaluate 22 players, not 25 as the lineup goes. So the 3 players that I have on the outs, it would be Matip, Adrian, and Thiago as being the three players that we're not going to evaluate, all right? 22 players in total, like I said, will have potential evaluation. This is what I mean by that, in that this is kind of like the concept, all right? It's kind of like the concept. Ali, Trent, Konate, you can see the concept, and then underneath there is the names of the actual players. So like under Robbo is Simicast, under Van Dijk, I have Kwanzaa, under Konate, I have Gomez. I get it. Gomez does play other positions on there, but for this matter, we're going to put him in as the center back option, and we'll have Bradley as the right back option. So it's kind of, you can all follow along, I'm sure. Big up John Conway, by the way. Big up John Conway. Okay, no problem, Lee. No problem, Lee. I'm sure you'll have your people that you definitely want to bring in and bring out of the team anyway, even if you're cooking. So I don't want to make you burn anything. This is the concept though, okay? This is the important part. There are going to be 4 options that you can do. You can sell a player, you can keep a player, you can just say extend, which is virtually keep, but extend is a little bit of an emphasis of saying how much you do appreciate the player. Like you're saying, I would, not only keep Mo Salah, but I would extend his contract, for instance. Okay. And then also loan is an option. Okay. So let me see if I can't, for some reason I can't do this. So what it is that I'm going to do is also go onto this. So this is where we're at right now. What we're going to do is we're going to do your summer lineup, your summer window as a collective. Hopefully we can figure out we're only going to allow for 6 transfers. Okay. Let's keep it real. We're not going to transfer the entire team. Okay. So we're only going to try to keep it to 6 transfers. Let's try to consolidate that to 6 transfers. And I'm going to allow for you guys as the Mighty Reds to kind of put together your own transfer list of things that you want to do. Okay. Even the dog wants to become part of this now. So yeah. So this is what we're going to do. Let me bring this all up. All right. First stage is this. First off, we have to figure out who you're going to actually keep, what you're going to do with this team. So I've done this. I've created a tier list right there for you to be able to do. Okay. Sorry about that. The dog is trying to make some comfy because I think the dog, my dog wants to actually be a part of this as well. All right. So I have ready this. So we're just going to go through this quickly as possible, guys. Kind of go in through, and you guys say keep. I'm gonna say the player that's up. You guys just tell me keep, extend, loan, or sell. Just tell me what you guys want to do. All right. So first up, and remember, you can only do the most you can do is 6. We're only selling 6 players most. All right. Cody Hackbo. Do you want to sell Cody Hackbo? That's the question. And in the chat, I'm asking you if you would like to sell Cody Hackbo. It's Cody. And if you guys don't say anything, I'm just going to assume it's a keep. All right. I think we're all getting the concept. Cool. 1 second. I'm trying to get this link to my thing's not sending for some reason. Okay. So the next player is Simicast. Would you like to sell Simicast? Or would you like to keep them? Would you like to sell them? Would you like to extend them? Would you like to put them out on loan? What are we doing with Simicast? I'm leaning towards keeping. All right, I'll just put it as keep, I guess. Bishetic. Oh, so you would sell. Sell him. Okay. Does anybody else want to sell? Is there any objections? I'll go with the majority, whichever the majority of the votes are for. That's what I'll do. Is I'll just go with the majority, whatever the majority is. And Brian will be like kind of the team leader for you guys. Once he gets here, Brian will be the team leader of the chat to kind of like figure out what it is that you as the chat collectively want to do. So, all right, as Simicast in the cell, we can maybe even bump them back and forth if you guys want to make some room for the 6 cells that you can make. I'm assuming you guys want to keep Bishetic. I don't think anybody wants to do anything crazy with them. But do you want to possibly put them on loan or you want to keep them? That's a good question. I'm going to put them to keep them. Ali, I think some of these names are pretty much given. Yeah, I'm sure you want to keep him, keep Ali. We are now on Lee. I was just talking about Bishetic and Ali. I put them in the keep range, in the keep category. Hopefully you can see the actual, I'll make it a little bit bigger possibly. bigger. Big up, Mtar Mizzy. Big up. Big up, Mtar Mizzy. Mtar Mizzy coming live from the Continental. Big up. Let's go to Kelleher. Kelleher. Of course, we would love, I'm sure that some of us would like to extend his contract because Kelleher is coming up on it. Let's see if we can get this. Do you want to extend Kelleher's contract? I'd like to, of course, we'd like to keep him, but you're going to come up on a year left on this guy. That's one thing you got to keep in mind too, because I think I brought that page up. He is coming up on something. He is coming up on a decision for this player. But okay, we're going to keep him. Let's see. Joey G. Are we going to keep him, extend him, loan him, sell him? What are we doing with Joey G? What are we doing with Joey G? Because Slot builds up a lot with his goalkeepers, and he also rotates them. Okay. Don't need to understand this stuff. What are we doing with Joey G? We're gonna. Is that a sell for Joey G? Let me make sure I got this right. All right, we're on Joey G right at the moment. We're at Joey G at the moment. What would you guys like to do with Joey G? Honesty says, are you selling Joey G, Honesty? That's what you want to do? Also, I'm trying to make sure I get Brian's having problems with this link. Sorry, guys. Make sure I got that right. But yes, Joey G. Do you want to sell Joey G or do you want to keep him? That is a big, big question. I think Joey G is well worth keeping. Well, I will put Joey G in the keep. Longest serving player, save this, extend. All right. Big up. He is the longest serving player. Big up, Lee, on knowing that. That is absolutely correct. I can't paste that thing. Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is coming up on the end of, he is at the 1-year extension. I have this for us too, by the way. I do have a bunch of things that I want to include with you guys as well. And that is mainly what the years are left and everything else. So he's down to the 1 year left on his contract. And he needs a new contract. Don't make me call Kendrick Lamar. I got you. DVD is a keep for everyone. Okay. So he's on this 1 year. So the people that are on their 1 year left portions of their deals, I'm going to ask if you want to extend them. How about that's the easiest way to go about it? For Virgil, do you want to keep him, obviously, but I'm sure you want to extend him, right? Or do you want to let him ride out his contract? That's the biggest question. I think I would personally want to extend him, but I figured that you guys keep, which is automatically on extension. Yeah, Brian's doing his own settings. This isn't Brian's settings. You got to either keep, as in keep, you'll allow a person to ride out his contract, or you can extend them. That shows like you want to extend them. Because the 1 year contract ones, we're going to have to make a deal on. So we're extending them. All right. Thank you, Honesty. You get the concept. I appreciate you. How about for Kanate? And Brian, I'm going to try to get you this link. It's freaking not saved, not copying for some reason. So I'm going to try to get you the link. I can send it to you on Twitter, but it's not letting me send you on WhatsApp for some reason. Kanate sell. All right. Okay. I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to be alone on that one. Kanate's got Kanate as a sell. All right. How about Farabo? How about Farabo? I feel you, Lee. I feel you. Wow. I feel you, Marion, and I definitely feel you, Lee. I am definitely tired of the whole like dealing with injury prone players. Let him just be a center back. I got you. I got you. Lee wants to keep Robbo. Marion wants to sell Robbo. I wasn't expecting that one. I was not expecting that. Okay. Need to be a settled. Okay. All right. Gonna have to have a tiebreaker here on the Robbo call. So we have one sell for Robbo. We have another sell for we have one keep and one sell basically. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. No, you're right about that. That possibly will be the case, by the way, for that. That possibly will be the case for that. Okay, so where we're at here. Robbo. How about for Robbo? What are we dealing with that? So Robbo, we're gonna keep Robbo. All right. Looks like Robbo got a pass from honesty. Trent Alexander-Arnold is on the last year of his deal, so you have the option of either letting the contract go, letting the contract go out and he gets let go for a free, or we can extend his deal. Which are we doing with Trent? Are you going to just let him ride his deal out, or are you going to extend his deal? That is a big question, Mr. or Mrs. Sporting Director. What are we doing with Trent Alexander-Arnold? I know what I would do with Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I'm just asking what you want to do with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Extend. All right. I figured that would be the case. Who else? Let's see. Let me make sure I can get this. Maybe that's why it's not linked up. Now we're on to Endo. Endo is not on a one-year deal, so it's just a matter of, do you want to keep Endo or do you want to try selling him? We're not going to put him out on loan. I'm not going to put a 30-some-year-old guy out on loan. So that is what it is. But honestly, what do you want to do with him? What do you want to do with Endo? Do you want to keep him or do you want to try selling him? There might be a market for him. Who knows? There might be a market for Endo. I would say that Endo, keep. All right. That's all I need to hear. Some big names coming up on this list. Some big names coming up. All right. The big name is Dom, the boss, who's not really been a boss lately, but still, Dom. So Endo, get Bruno. Sheehan pays release clause of $100 million. Good luck on that one. Good luck on that. What are we doing with Dom, people? What are we doing with Dom? And Brian, I sent you it in WhatsApp if you're there. I sent it. Keeping Dom. Okay. Keeping Dom. Got you. How about for McAllister is obvious. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say keep on McAllister. And you don't have to worry about McAllister because he's still got 4 years left on his deal. Big question, Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones. What are we doing with Curtis? Yeah, you got to keep Mac. Definitely, Marion. You got to keep Mac for sure. I would definitely, yeah. Got to keep him. But for Curtis, what are you doing with Curtis? And I'm going to bring in the Irishman right now, too, by the way. Hello to the Irishman. You're now a part of the show, brother. How are you doing?
Hey, that was annoying.
Yeah, I know. My computer wasn't trying to cooperate. Honestly, you can go for Bruno. You can go for Bruno if you want to. If you accumulate enough of the sales and everything else after I do all the tabulations and I tell you what your war kitty is at, you can go for whoever you guys want to go for. But with within the market value, which is the transfer market value that we're going by. So currently we are at Cujo, and so far we have a Marion. Marion has selling her fellow Scouser, Cujo, which is very surprising. Big up, Hyler. How you doing?
Keeping Gakpo, Basedic, Ali, Keller's leaving. That's Robbo, Endo, Savo, McAllister. Yeah, you're extending Gomez, Virgil, Trent. Yeah. Selling Simicast and Canadi, is it? Yeah. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have. I'll show you this too. Let me. So I have.
Agreement.
I made a little chart that has like all of the names that have it has like the wages, that has all the information for you in case you guys want to reference something as well, by the way. But we're going to sell the prices that we're selling are going to be accumulated from whatever their market value is on transfer market. I understand that most likely you would be able to get more or less for whatever the market value is on transfer market, but for these terms only, we're just going to go by whatever the transfer market price is. That's what you would get. And that's what
they're usually on the low side, but they're never like a million miles away. But they're all
right. They're not a million miles away. They're close enough, I figure.
They go under. They always go under, so as not to be kind of, hyping it up. It's just good sense to keep it on the low side.
Yep.
I'd be pretty much in agreement with. Wait, hang on. I've only just come in here. Yeah. Canate, sell him. Look, you probably talked the truth. So who's up next year on Cujo?
I didn't. Hey, you gotta look. I asked. It wasn't me. It wasn't any prodding by me at all. I just asked the question. I did not say any preferences on these. I'm trying to think of. It wasn't one vote. It was a couple votes to sell them. I think only Honesty was trying to keep them.
And what was your vote on it? What was your?
I'm not doing a vote. I'm going to do my own. I was going to make you the as in the captain to figure out what it is that the chat wants to do for the Mighty Reds concept of it, because I have a whole bunch of different little graphics that'll be set up, and we can go through the entire thing.
Okay, so then you don't have to vote. That's very clever.
Yeah,
very clever indeed. You're not getting away with that. As far as I'm going to make you vote on every single one of them.
Yeah, I bet you.
Well, if you get everybody else, so you can't criticize anyone else if you're abstaining.
There he says, "We know who you like." I know you guys all do.
What's his contract situation? How long has he got left? He signed up recently, didn't he?
Yeah, let me.
I'm sure he signed recently.
Let me pull it up.
On a kind of 80 grand type. I'm sure he got a big new deal in the last 18 months, maybe 2 years. On a 5. I'm guessing he's got about 3 left. No. We're on Curtis Jones, Lee. I missed everybody. I just came in now. I missed absolutely.
Yeah. We're like maybe 1/3 of the way through.
2026. What's new? So he's 2. He has 2
I'm gonna
years.
pull up. Let me make sure I have it right here. Okay. All right. So just so you guys can, it might be a little bit difficult, but if you ask me, I can tell you what it is if it's hard to see. But the only players so Thiago, Matip, and Adrian, those three are already on 1-year deals. I've already designated them to be on the way out. Kwanzaa is on
further down.
Kwanzaa only has 1 year left on his rookie deal or his youth academy deal, and Ben Doak only has 1 more year according to this. Now the green check marks, the green check marks by their names mean that is verified, as in that is their official, like that is verified to be correct for the numbers that I have there for them. But you can see I put gross, that's their gross, what they make weekly, yearly, what their bonuses are, when they sign, expiration, years left, how much is remaining on their contract, obviously the position they play, age, status, whether they're a starter or reserve player, and I even put where they hail from. So what player did you want me to, what player were you asking for?
I'm
Curtis
assuming
Jones.
The way it is there, that the lower down they are, the more they have left on their deal. He's
I grouped it from 1 year left to 5 years. Yeah, so this is organized by years left from top to bottom.
So what does that say? I can't read it from here. It's too small. 2020.
Which one?
What? Curtis.
Oh, for Curtis. So Curtis is on 15,000 a week. He's signed for 4 years, so he's got plenty of length left on this deal. So you would just need to either keep or sell.
That's all I need to know is what year does his deal expire?
Oh, okay, yeah. 4 years. He's got 4 years left.
Yeah, but what year? I can't do it from when.
2027.
27. Okay, so no rush to do really anything there contract wise. I don't know. What are the chats saying about Jones?
So far, I have one Curtis. We're on Curtis, by the way.
Tough one.
And I think Joey's got a long. I don't think you don't have to extend Joey G. I'll move Joey G up to just keep, because you don't have to extend him. He's still technically, when I say 4 years, that's including this year. So it's like 2023 in essence. So that's why it says 2027 is the end of their contract. So yeah.
Yeah. Got 2 keeps there.
Yeah, I got 2 keeps.
I'll be undecided.
That's one sell, 2 keeps. Marion had him as a sell, and Lee and Cedric have him as keep. You gonna keep him?
I'll go with the chat, but I wouldn't be against doing business. But
okay.
Yeah, I'd be very much on the fence, so I'll go with the majority.
Okay. Another Curtis. Yes, he is a Scouser. Goes about saying for sure. We're on ringlets. We're on I'll bring this back. I'm sorry. Harvey Elliott is now up on the list. Yeah, definitely got to be keeping Cujo. I like that you even said Cujo. I thought I was one of the few people that actually call him Cujo.
Yeah, I think Elliott would be a keep. I think Elliott's a keep. I think he's an easy enough keep. I think he's on a good contract. I don't see any rush.
Yes. Any person that you need contract, to figure out what a contract is, just ask me and I'll tell you what the terms are for him.
Yeah, he's a. And
if you want to know the market value for the player, if you want to know his market value, I can tell you his market value too.
I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to sell him. No.
Yeah, it looks like the chat is with you all on the keep for Harvey. And let me double check too real quick. I think Harvey's on a 4-year deal right now. His contract ends June 30th, 2027.
Yeah, well,
So,
yeah.
and he's making 40K a week. So it's not like he's not making like FU money just yet in football terms, at least. Harvey's a keep.
They'll be looking, but just from the club's point of view, they'll be looking at that as very much as he has 3 years left. That's what I'd be like. That means like in a couple of weeks he's only got 3 years left. So a lot of that fourth year is nearly gone. So
yes.
When it gets to 2 years, that's when clubs start, either doing like securing someone on a longer contract or what. But yeah, if someone came in, that'd be the question to the chat. If somebody came in and put 55 million down for Harvey Elliott, what would you be doing? If someone came in and say Aston Villa get Champions League, and Aston Villa have a lot of money anyway. They're average owners. I mean, that's why they're against the spending cap thing. So say an Aston Villa or a Newcastle come in and put 55 million down on the table for Harvey Elliott. One set, 55, 60, 57 million at the end of the day, you walk away with something like that. Would you be tempted to do business then?
Maybe.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
that make you move. It's that make you move concept. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Would that change your mind? Basically, does that?
Harvey Elliott. I'd have to do the conversion because they're in euros on. I just thought about that. They're in euros on the.
I can do that quickly for you. Whatever it is, I can tell you that.
Harvey Elliott is 35 million euros on marketplace on his market value.
That's like 27 million sterling.
Yeah.
Which is low. Which is very low. No one's getting them. That's what, like sometimes they're bang on.
Big up, Hyler. Thank you for the backup.
But when they go conservative, they do go low.
Yeah.
They don't take into account other things. It's purely data market data driven.
Yeah.
So he'd be one of those guys that would be an undervaluation. But I don't know. Sell them now for 50 million is bad business, says Hyler. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. We won't take that 50, so we'll hold out for 55.
How about this then? How about for Gravenberch? We got Gravenberch next on the block here.
Another easy keep.
Another easy keep.
Yeah, he's only here a year. He's
on a lengthy deal. I know he's on a lengthy deal.
Yeah, you don't give up on him that quick.
Yeah, Gravenberch is on. Gravenberch makes $150,000 a week, which is just like. The guys that got signed this last summer got hooked up. $150,000 a week, and he's signed for the next 5 years. So he signed to 2028.
Leading with a sell there, so that's one keep, one sell. Lee straight in with the sell. So I don't know. Do you think Lee?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I saw a sell. I'll pull it back. I'll pull it back. I'll wait for the votes to come in. There's a lot. Eric DeCop has sell Diaz and buy Rafael Leao. We're going to get up to Diaz, so you'll have that opportunity, Eric. Lee has sell Grav. Cedric has keep Gravenberch. What's the rest? What is the rest of team?
Do you think you're getting your money back? If we were to sell Grav now, are you going to get a team that's going to pay us 50
what we sold him for
to give us a profit? We got him for about 47.5 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So we'd want 50, and he's got to go to a club that's going to keep him on those wages. There's no way.
Yeah, keep Slick Rick. I like that one. Slick Rick. That's fun.
He hasn't gelled, but he's going to have a new gaffer.
Plus, on top of that, he's Dutch. And you got a Dutch coach. I think it's going to be it might be an opportunity to see what he does with like a more Dutch-minded, approach. I mean, we already talked about how this team is somewhat gravitated towards the Dutch version of concept of football. But there's a lot of keeps now for Gravenberch. Cedric, I think it's Joan. I want to pronounce that as Joanne. and Honesty has keep. Eric has keep. I think you said keep too, right?
Oh, so you're not selling that guy after a year? That's
Yeah.
no chance. Club is too much invested. Like I'm looking at it from a not just a personal point of view. I'm looking at it from the way the club will look at it as well. That they won't sell. Like if he had gone and blown it out, like if he'd come in, right, and he'd done a Jude Bellingham, right. Let's just say he'd come in and he'd absolutely blown the league away and got 18 league goals and looked like the second coming of God. I mean, oh wow, what a player kind of thing. And Real Madrid come in with 100 million, then something might be happening. But like, no one's going to. I don't like. There's not going to be a big enough offer from anyone to change our mind on him. And I think he's an investment for the future of the. Financially, we've invested in him, so I don't see us kind of casting it aside. That doesn't. You see, that also tells other players that. You only last 5 minutes there. You don't get a chance. You have to sell a vision of the club to some of these people. And I think at Gravenberch, the Dutch thing, look, that could be a match made in heaven, or it could be, it might not have any impact at all. You would hope that it would basically, smooth some things over. But I thought he was doing okay. Like, I thought he was getting better as the season went on.
Yeah.
Guy didn't get enough games, really.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we only have a couple names left, and they're like more of I'm gonna put the other ones in front here so we can keep the good ones as interesting ones. All right, so Kwanzaa, I think that's a natural. He's on a 1-year deal, so I'm gonna assume you guys want to. I'm gonna assume you guys want to. Whoops. I'm going to assume you guys want to extend Kwanzaa because he's only got 1 year left on his deal.
That's because I'm the captain, Lee. I mean, if you put me in the captain's chair, then I'm going to start acting like a captain. If he should have let me. He put me in the captain's chair, Lee. If he'd let me sit down the back of the class with all the Eid, then I would have had just as much fun. Yeah. But now I have to be all, take it seriously, But no. I couldn't. Yeah, I want to be down the back having fun with everyone else. Don't worry, man.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put my best shirt and tie on today,
Yeah. Who else? Do I not have Connor Bradley on here? I don't have Connor Bradley on here, but it's
I was thinking, is that Bobby? Yeah. Is that Bobby?
No, that's Van Doak.
Oh, that's Doak. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna add Bradley. Give me a second. I have to find Brad. I'll put Ben Dokes up there as the picture, but it's Bradley. We'll make it a Bradley. You're obviously keeping Bradley. Bradley's let me tell you what Bradley's at on this contract. Bradley is at $10,000 a week, and he's signed till 2027. So even though it is Ben Doak for the moment, I will make it Bradley in a second. Okay? Just so you know. How about for Diego? Yeah, I know. His contract could use a bump, but I don't think it's not going to get a bump. It's not going to get a bump. Diego, for your information, Diego is on a Diego has 4 years left. He's signed to 2027. He's currently making £140,000 a week. Everyone's keeping. That's very interesting.
Keeping Bradley. Keep Sepp van der Berg. Bloody hell! Come on.
Yeah. I haven't gotten
2017 called bonkers. It wants its players back. Sepp van der Berg. Christ.
Everyone's on the keep. I want to make sure that we're all on the same player, though. I already put Bradley as a keep. I'm on Diego right now. Diego is who we're on right now. Yeah, and he's on a 4-year deal. So you're either selling or keeping him.
You're not selling Diego.
I don't think
I don't think an
there
offer
are
comes
some that
in.
would sell them. There are some that would sell them
I don't think an offer comes in big enough because
because of his injury record.
yeah, more than likely, and his wages and what we'd ask for him. So I think
I'm trying to look at what is. Yeah, I'll tell you what is. Diego is 50 million euros on market value. Yeah, everyone's got pretty much a keep on Diego.
yeah, it's fine. Easy keep. Easy keep.
All right, here we are. These are the three names that are going to separate a lot of the fan base here. Lucho. What are we doing with Lucho? What are we doing with Lucho?
I think it's either extend or he walks.
Well,
because
he's already on a lengthy contract right now.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
You see, the thing is, I know you. But see, the thing is, I have extend. There's no
to give him a bump in
option
pay
here for
raise?
improve. Yeah, there's no improve. Like I would, like a couple of people saying, like, Bradley there, I'd improve his contract. I wouldn't extend it or whatever. Like I think Diaz will kind of want to sit down with the people, as it were. I think there'll be a few people getting a phone call from Diaz's agent at the end of the year saying, we'd like to sit down and talk about this contract. So that will be an issue. So I think it's, do you give him more money?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you sell? Because
yes.
I don't
He's
really.
He's at 55K. Okay, I get your reasoning.
I don't see him kind of. Yeah, I think he'll kind of. I think he'll either want to move or
he's going to have that conversation with
Hughes.
Hughes.
He's going to want to sit down and say, "Come on, can I talk about this?"
I think I'm warranted a bump.
Well, his man will. His man will. Yeah, his dad or his agent, or not his dad. Obviously, I was only joking. Right. His dad will be outside, like, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not. His representation actually is, despite him getting a pretty bad deal, what seems to be a bad deal, his representation. He's got one of the top agents out of South America, actually.
So, I think, without bearing all that in mind,
yes, and he is worth.
Sell. I think I would sell.
It's Diaz up to the is worth 75 million euros on the books, on the market value.
Yeah, I would be in the. I think there'll be I think a sale will happen. So, yeah.
What's the consensus in the chat here?
We've got. No, I've got one sell. Don't see too much else.
So I see a keep from Lee. Hyler says keep because it's a bargain. Honesty says keep Lucho. That's 3-1.
Well, 3-2. There was a sell, and I've got a sell.
Eric, so yeah, I see it. I see it. Eric, I think, is that twice? Yeah, that's because it's twice there. Yes, Nalante. Diaz. We're on Diaz. Big up, Nalante, by the way. I hope that you're doing well. We are on Diaz.
Yeah, big up, Nalante. Yeah, I think it looks like he's on the fence, really. Oh, come on, Cedric. You can't be on the fence. Come on, man. We're at 3-2.
Cedric says, on the fence, really, but Diaz keep work rate.
Oh, he said keep. Sorry. Yeah. That'll swing it then. That'll make it a keep.
Wow. That could have been good money for you guys. It could have been really good money for you.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We're building a kitty over here as well. That's
you guys got to build up a war kitty here. Well, yeah, you guys are going to have fun with this one. Oh, we know, Eric. We got you, Sel. And Nalante said keep. Okay. We're on the man that kind of splits the fan base a little bit. The ambassador, Darwin Nunez. Do you sell? Do you cash out now? Darwin Nunez is at 70 million euros on transfer market. 70 million euros for Nunez.
Oh, hang
Alante's
on.
got him as a sell.
Oh, so I'm
Eric,
assuming that's
sell.
keep for Diaz. Sell,
Right.
sell.
This is for Nunez. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming, but
Yeah.
Leonati went on my screen and just. I mean.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be.
We don't. We're not.
Eric,
Healer. I mean, we know, but we just need to know. Do you want to sell, keep? Well, this is a keep. So I'd be selling them. So I think that's an overwhelming.
Big up Chris Angel in the house. Big up Chris Angel. Big up. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a sell. I don't think there's no real coming back. I mean, there was like 1, 2, 3.
No.
Hyler had him as a keep, but Chris had him at a sell for 4. I already know your vote, 5. So, yeah, it looks like Nunez is going to be a sell. It does. I know, Hylor. See, this Hylor. You can like Nunez, you can jump ship and try to and help and get on my boat to do it, because I know I look at this. I look at what he's making and how long contract we have him for. It's one less headache you got to worry about.
Yeah, anyway. But there's also all that on the pitch stuff. So
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
He's not good enough. So I think enough people.
Oh, I put him on.
He's saving he's saving our transfer kitty over here.
Yeah, he did. And Salah's the last name on here. Salah is the last name on here. Salah, do you sell the Egyptian king now, or do you? All right, and his market value is 65 million euros. Lee has it as a keep.
I don't think it's an extend. Like, because what I was saying earlier on with Virgil, I put it the wrong way in the chat. I knew you were I meant like, when I said keep Virgil, I was saying like, and then obviously I would be, if I'm keeping him, I'm extending him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be extending, but with the other guy, it's a keep, but it's not an extend.
Right. I got you.
You know, but with Birds, it's an obvious, like, you're either extending or he's leaving. You're not keeping for 1 year. You're not keeping Birds for 1 year. But I would keep Mo for the 1 year. Like, all the talk that's coming out today is that he's made up, he doesn't want to leave and all of that stuff. But
he doesn't. You gotta. I can't emphasize this more to people. The guy wants to still win. He wants to still win. He wants to be regarded with the greats. Not saying he's not there already, possibly in a lot of people's minds, in some people's minds at least, but he definitely wants to win. And this team gives him the best options to do that, because most likely he's not going to PSG, most likely. He's definitely not going to Real Madrid. He's not going to Barcelona. So what other team out there is Mo Salah going to? He's already lived the Italian life. He's not going back there. I don't think he's going to Bundesliga, And the other option being Saudi, of course, Saudi Arabia, which is where we want to probably send them so that we, 1, don't have to face them again, and 2, we can get the most return for the market. That means you're basically, going from the PGA to the senior PGA tournament, almost in a sense. You're going into a league that you're not going to be in front of 60,000 fans. You're going to be in front of like sometimes 5,000-10,000 fans. So you get the payday, but I think he's smart about it. But what's the consensus, Brian? What are we doing? What's Team Mighty Reds doing here?
It's a keep.
It's a keep. Okay. No extend, huh?
No,
just let him ride the contract out.
Didn't see any. Just saw keeps.
Let him ride
didn't see any extends.
So take a good look at this, people. Take a good look. This is what you have deemed, and keep in mind, I know I do have Ben Doak in there. That's supposed to be representing Bradley for the moment. Let me see. I can always put that in again, but that is your team. So I'm going to say this. So I'm going to bring this up here. So far, you have taken out. You got Simicast on. It's not Doak. Don't worry about it. It's not Doak. The sheet that I pulled up only had the 25 names that were originally on our roster, the original 25 names. So Ben Doak was a part of that original starting 25. So that's why he's on here. That's why people like Clark and like McConnell, those kind of players aren't on here. But I do have photos for them. I'll put them in a second. I know. Please think again. Please think again. I know there are some things. I'll show you the list here again. This is who you guys have, because I'm gonna.
There are other footballers out there, Halo. Like there are other players on the planet. I mean,
yeah, sure. Are you talking to
me? It is. No, I'm just saying. Halo is saying, like, what do you do to replace them? You buy other players.
Oh, I get you.
You go out there and you find other players and you buy other players. I think that's the whole point. We're trying to, like, again, I missed most of the start, but I did hear that we were trying to build up a transfer kitty.
Yes,
because I think we're going to be allowed. Yeah, I missed the whole rules at the start, but I think we're going to be allowed to buy people or something. So we need to know how much money we have. So we've got to build up a bit of a thing there. So don't worry, man. It's a
little sell to buy concept. I get it.
We have replaced some of the best players ever to play the game. Mm-hmm. We've sold, lost, and replaced some of the best players ever to play the game. Yep. Suarez, Torres, Fowler, Owen, Barnes, Dalglish, Souness. We won't have any problem replacing players if you have good scouting and you identify the right players. There's, no one had heard of Darwin Núñez 2 years before we bought him. On the grander scale, I don't, if you had heard of him, fair play. But he was, 21 years old and hadn't done anything in Portugal. The year before he had that breakout season where he scored 26 goals, nobody knew who he was. So I can never go down the road of we can never replace this guy. We can never replace that guy. We can never replace Gerrard, Alonso.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that you guys understand who it is. I'm not gonna include him. I'll just put him as a key too. All right, so I put Connor in there as well now so that you guys can see this too. Connor is obviously the addition right here. So far you guys have Simicast, Kanate, and Darwin being the choices that you've made. All right. So that means on my way. So I'm going to add up this tally for you guys real quick so that you can know what it is that you're working with, basically. And then we'll get an idea as to how much you're actually able to use in your kitty. Brian, should we maybe say 100 million on top of whatever the number is the number, maybe? Would that make it a little bit easier for you?
I think
that way you're not just relying on whatever you do.
No, I think it would be about 100. Let me see, what did we do this year? If you look at what we spent last year and what we were prepared to spend on Caicedo, even though we spent all that, I don't think it'd be unreasonable to say that 180 at a push. So I'd say maybe 130. 100 would be low. So I'd say to go the transfer market way, I go low and say 130.
Okay.
Plus 130 plus sales. Even that, because like I said, we bought all those players last year and we still had enough to go for Saicedo. That would have pushed us over 200. So
that would have pushed it. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to add this up then for you guys real quick. So 130, you got Darwin at 7. What's 70 million in pounds? 70 million euros in pounds.
It's about at the moment about 60. I'd be generous and say it's 60.
60. Okay. Who else did you guys got selling? Konate. Konate is valued at. Konate's current value is 45 million pounds. So what is that? Like 40 million?
45 million euros.
Yes. 35 million?
A bit higher.
Call
it 40.
That's that's way too conservative. And then who else did we have? We have I said Nunez Simicast.
I'd say
22 million. So let's say 20 million to make it easy.
Okay, so that's 60. What did we give Darwin?
Yep, got Darwin.
120. That's a quarter of a billion. That's a quarter of a billion.
Yep, 250 million to work with. Yeah, 250 million to work with. Also,
and we need a striker. We need a center half. Okay.
Yep. I'm also going to tell you what that means for your wages too, because you got to obviously have concept.
Got a big chunk. I was adding that up earlier on, just on the bench, just on the guys that are leaving. That's a nice, I reckon, 350 a week saved.
It's going to be about that, yeah.
And then,
so Konate is at 70,000, 70,000 a week.
So that's 420.
And then Simicast is at 75,000.
Jesus,
it's a lot. So the total for that is 285. Darwin's on 140, I think. Yeah, 140K.
So that's well over 600K saved.
Yeah.
Konate
and Simicast basically are almost about what Darwin equals. So you have 3 players. You have now. So now we do the fun part of getting your players, building your players. So, so that we have an idea of what it is that you're working with at least. But you have 250 million to work with, people, and you have a 285,000 to make it realistic. I'm going to take the names out of here that you no longer have. So you're watching this. You're going to watch this in real time. In real time. Konate. All right. And I just like I have to include the subs too. Simicast. Oops. Let me see if I can take him off. Oh, Simicast is a sub. I'll take him off appropriately when you find a sub. And who else did you have? You had Darwin. All right. So you got to find 2 starters, and you got to find a backup. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where we start first? All right, so let's get if you're gonna take Konate out, who are you gonna
start at the back, yeah.
if you're going to take Konate out, then who are you replacing him with? Who are you replacing him with?
And remember,
And
we've
if you guys
got
tell me the name, what I'll do is
250.
I'll look him up and I'll tell you what his market value is.
Yeah, we've got 250 million, so we can, we can be ambitious in the market.
You can do some work with 250. To be honest with you, you can do some good work. I know Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Thank goodness Chris Angel wasn't the captain. He would have.
Well, Chris, yeah, and Chris, you see, the problem is I missed half because we had problems with StreamYard. I wasn't here for a lot of there was a lot of these guys that were kept before I even got here. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This could have turned out differently.
This definitely, yeah. I was pretty surprised. I initially said you can make it so it wouldn't be ridiculous. I said you can make it up to 6. Initially, I said 6.
Yeah, well, if it was up to me, we'd have about 600 million in the bank. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, we wouldn't. We won't. I only probably would have been swayed on 2 that we were keeping, but most of them were solid. I wouldn't have argued.
I think it was a solid evaluation.
Right, what are we going, people? We need a number 9. Where are we going?
No, you need a center back.
Oh, sorry, we need a center half. Where are we going? We need a center half. Sorry. Could we go for
center back?
Could we go for someone like De Ligt? Could we? I mean, are we going double Dutch at the back? Van Dijk and De Ligt.
Noante's got some choices here.
Caldwell. I'm assuming he means Caldwell.
Yeah. I think maybe it means cold, as in he's a cold player. It's cold-blooded.
Yeah, Gahey was one that was mentioned last season. He was definitely mentioned last season. He's someone that I don't think the interest will have gone away in.
Oh, for in cap.
No, Mark. No, it's not honesty. The Mark Gahey, the Crystal Palace central defender.
Yeah.
That we were linked with him last year. We were also linked with that. Who's the central defender or the central midfielder there? What was his name? Decore, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not big.
Big up, Daryl. Big up, Daryl.
Sape, yeah. I don't know a lot about that guy. Willie Pacho. Okay. Don't know nothing about him. Tosin Adarabioyo, a lot of talk about him. Yeah.
No, you know what? The guy from Frankfurt is someone that they have mentioned. I've heard mentioned before from Frankfurt.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about him, but I know.
Do you know who I like? Actually, do you know who I like? But I don't know if we would he has a very particular system that he plays in. But that's Bastone at Inter Milan. He's a serious player. He is a serious player, but he's playing in a very kind of Italian. Oh, he's young enough, man. He's one of the newer.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking. He's young enough.
I'm hoping this is not true. I've read that too about the fact that the current coach coming in likes him. I hope that's not true.
But yeah, no, he's Bastone is playing, I think, on the left of a 3 or the right of a 3, and he has this kind of, a role that allows him to get involved, and so it's very specific. No, Bastone. No, I'm still talking about Bastone.
That's a good chunk. That'll be probably 45 million of your kitty if you go for Colwell from Chelsea. What do you do?
Well,
what do you do?
I'll tell the chat later. Don't worry. We can talk about it later. But no, like I was saying, you might let me just finish that point I was trying to make about Bastone. Is he's playing in a very particular system, right? They've just won the league, but he's absolutely world class. But he's playing in a way that it's very difficult. It's very different to anything we might do. But I think he's one of probably the top 2 or 3 in Europe at the moment. If he, I always say, don't buy a talent because they don't really play well in England unless they go back to the day and they play in London. Usually
This is
don't
a
work.
shout too from Bonkers.
Yeah, but I just said, like, the one thing is we should keep an eye on him. If he was on the market, he's someone that we keep an eye on. So he'd be my shout for our transfer.
Oh yeah. I think honestly
that's
gave you a shout for him. There's a bunch of names in here.
Who's Diamande? Oh, Diamande. Oh, he's that.
He's the Portuguese player.
Yeah. The Lictus, I think it hasn't really.
It hasn't worked out for him, but I mean, like he would do. I think he was definitely like, jump at the opportunity, considering that if he is coming to the team, he would probably be a starter. Since you guys took out Konate.
Like what are they? What are they rating? Let me see the two there. Let's just see. What are they rating Bastoni, Silva, and Gahey at?
What's the market value?
Yeah, let's say Bastoni first, then Gahey, and then who else everyone else? Actually, sorry, everyone else was saying Hincape. So Bastoni
70 million for Bastoni.
Okay. Then Mark Gahey.
That's euros, obviously. Euros, yeah. 70 million euros, yeah.
GUEHI. EHI. Yeah, Mark.
How do you GUH? What was it?
GUEHI, isn't it? Yeah. GUEHI, yeah.
Okay. He is at 38 million.
Okay, all right. And then who's Hincape? Yeah, Hincape. Everyone that was the one that got mentioned.
Okay. He is, and I'll do Colwell too, but Hincape actually. Yes, I'll put in another person's name. Spell his name. I think that's how you spell it. No.
HINCAPIE, I think. HINCAPIE. Yeah, that sounds right. The Lick's still the only 25. He's got 7 years left. That's what it's. Yeah, I know, but Helior, we're playing a game, dude.
Hincape is at 35 million.
That's probably low as well. Yeah, so they're saying that even they're saying that Bastoni is worth double.
Bastoni's it's twice the value of both of those players, basically.
I'm telling you, man, he's a highly rated kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'd be putting.
This guy is good too, by the way. Antonio Silva is good.
Yeah, if I could, I'd be putting the 70 on. Yeah, I'm probably on either Bastoni or I'd go then for. If I couldn't get him, I'd go for Delict because I don't know enough about Hincape.
Oh, you know what I said too? Hold on. Or you could keep. You can stay Colwell, just so you know what he is at. So Levi is at 50 million euros.
No, we got Kwanzaa. If you brought in Caldwell and Kwanzaa was there, that upset the apple cart a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out. That's what
my call would be. So yeah, I'd be going Bastoni or can't get Bastoni then Delict. I don't know what the chat thinks.
All right. So this is final call. Since we only have 3 players that you guys are going for, final call. The candidates are who did you say? Hincape, right?
Delict, Bastoni. They were the
third. Who was the third?
Andre Silva and Ignacio got some shouts, but it was
Hincape. I don't know if you guys. I mean, Ignacio is a shout, by the way. He was getting looked at heavily. But it was Hincape, I know, was 1. Bastoni was 2, and the third choice is
Delict.
Delict will probably be on the market. Delict, I think, is expensive though.
I reckon if Bastoni is 70, I reckon he'd be 70 as well.
He's about that, I think. I think he's like, I want to say he's like 50 or something. I'll tell you in a second. 65.
65, yeah. He's just dropped like a year ago, about 2 years ago.
Oh, he was, yeah. When they initially went for him,
80, 90.
he was like 80 some million or something like that. 75, 70, 80 million, something like that. So you guys going with? Who's going to take up pretty much, most likely, a quarter of your kitty already?
I'm putting the wedge down for Bastoni. Oh, Kim and Jay. Oh, late show.
I think he's too old for. I think he's too old, actually. I think Kim and Jay. I like him as a player. Don't get it twisted.
Is he that old? Was he 26?
I think he's too old though for Edwards' liking. I mean, you got to pass this on to him too. So.
I didn't realize he was that. I thought he was only 26, which I know was pushing it, but
I'm trying to find him. Actually, give me 1 second.
It's 28. Okay. Yeah, he probably, but that'd be old. Prime. Yeah, I'd buy him. I'm happy buying him for 4 years at 28 and not getting any money back, but that's not what they'll think.
Yeah, I don't think that's how do you spell his name, actually?
It's KIMMINJAE, I think. So KIMMINJAE.
I think that's how it's not showing up. Okay. I'll just do it another way here. Let's look at Bayern. I don't know if Bayern's going to come off of that contract for him. I think they'd be more likely to come off the contract for De Ligt than they would for, to be honest with you, then who knows? Because they're going to have a new coach and everything else. I understand that, but De Ligt's not getting like any real attention. So anyway, okay, so it's Min-JAE. That's why it's MIN-JAE.
Oh, they changed it around the other way. Yeah, okay. So
he's at 55 million, which is surprising. 55 million for Kim.
That's his age, because you'd be signing him on a 4-year deal and you'd have no resale value. That's how they'd look at that, definitely.
Yep. And De Ligt is currently hurt too, by the way, but he's at 65.
Yeah, but not in our virtual world. We can do anything we want.
You can do whatever you like in your virtual world. The world is yours. The world is yours.
Neymar is fit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. What do we like? We don't really seem to have had any. Like, just, I don't know. Just one last time. Put your name, your number one pick.
Yeah, just one. This is the final call. Final
your
roll
draft,
call for
your number one draft pick.
Who you want? You have 4 candidates. You have
because otherwise I'm going to get to choose.
De Ligt, Kim, Hincape, or who was the other one? The Italian?
Bastoni.
Bastoni.
I mean, I like the sound of Bastoni and Van Dijk.
That would be
sounds impenetrable.
That would be a powerful center back.
Yeah,
pairing.
Doesn't it? Sounds impenetrable, wouldn't it? Like,
that would be a really, really, really good pairing.
But I could get along with De Ligt and Van Dijk as well. I can that would work for me.
Oh, that would be immense too. I think that could possibly re-engage and revitalize De Ligt's career. To be honest with you.
Oh, he'd love it at Liverpool, man. He would love it at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Van Dijk could be able to tell him all the shortcuts and
Yep.
What you don't need to bother doing, and what you need to learn, what you need to forget.
Yep.
There's one for Bastoni. Okay.
I saw that.
Right. Can't wait all night. We're doing it. We just bought him 70 million of our 250 million.
All right.
And what are we giving him? We're giving him 150 a week in wages. That's what I'm saying. He's going to cost us. We'll get him for 150.
Oh, you know what? This is what I'll do I could tell you what.
See, I'm thinking about the wages as well. You know,
once you get the wages, I'll tell you what he makes in a second. I'll pull it up. But
he's
ready
making
for
nothing.
your next Bastoni
Compared to the compared to the Premier League, he's not making big bucks.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean,
Yeah,
he could probably go to Aston Villa and get a pay rise. Like, you know what I mean?
Probably so.
Let me see. Where are we then? We're straight up. Well, look, it's Hollywood time.
Well, do Simicast. Do Simicast.
Oh, Simicast. So a replacement.
Find a backup right back, or unless you're going to find a starting right back and cause Robbo to be a squad player, you could do that too.
Yeah, could we go and? I know it's a bit recency bias and all that, but it's like, could we go and get Ronaldo? I know he's beyond our age profile, but
yeah,
probably. So who else are you talking about there out in the world of backup left backs?
Yo, Bastoni makes cake, dude. Wow. I'm gonna put it in GBP actually, because I can change it.
What's it?
Ask you what it is. Wait, hold on. Let me transfer it to
let me see.
To GBP.
Front.
It's not want to cooperate. All right. Bastoni is on 168,644, and this is confirmed, 168,644 pounds a week. So we'll say 169.
Well, he must be in a long-term deal because he's only just somehow managed. That's crazy.
Yep, he's got 5 years left.
That is not the kind of money they pay over there for they just don't pay that kind of money over there. So to be giving it to a centre half, that just tells you.
It shows that he's a value player. Yeah.
This guy is. That's crazy, man. Inter.
It's gonna.
Inter. Sorry, Inter can't afford that.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, Inter can't afford to pay those kind of wages. That is an insane wage
amount
for a Serie A team to be paying.
Yeah.
That is shocking and surprising. So we're going to have to bump that to 2 then. Yeah. We're going to have to bump him up to 2.
Yeah, easily. To get him to want to sign here?
Yeah, definitely. If he's on 170 and we brought him in on a big money deal, he's going to get a pay rise.
Yeah. And on top of that,
that's going to be our 2.
Hey, you guys
don't worry
feel
though.
Lucky that I'm not gonna say you got to bump up that 70 to like 90 or something to get him to move because he's on a 5-year deal.
Oh yeah, 70 wouldn't even get close to him in the real world.
He wouldn't even be close to getting him at 70.
Hey Bernie.
Hey Bernadette, how are you?
So I know, but we saved a huge, like we have a load in the wage bill, so we're okay. We can suck that up.
Yeah.
So what are we going then? Where are we going with some guy to who's out there in the world for the backing up the world's second best backup left back? Who can we go to?
Who can you bring in? You are down to 180 million left in your war kitty.
Yeah, so we got to be, and we need a striker.
And you still need a striker.
So if we're bringing in who the hell can we bring in a place like that? Yeah, see, the thing is, the guys that I'd want to bring in are too old. Like the cheaper guys that I think will come in and do a job for a couple of years, but they're the guys like basically someone like Alex Moreno at Aston Villa, really good attacking fullback, but he's 29, I think. 28 anyway, at least. Then you got that dude Grimaldo, who'd be, he'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
But you've got to think like probably some young Dutch kid, maybe. Like there's definitely some you know, Feyenoord PSV type kid over there that's, you know,
That's a good,
22, really good
20, 22,
prospect.
23.
So can we
You know what's
just say,
crazy? You know what's crazy, Brian,
yeah,
is real quick, is that I was watching a couple different segments on the state of football and some of the positions that they've rated as being very, very, I'll use an easy word to use, suspect to call it at least, you know, some of the positions that are very low on world talent, incredible world
oh, right,
talent,
yeah.
left back, right wing. There's very few left backs and right wings that in the current world market that are overwhelmingly incredible in the sense of like market value and production on the pitch type concepts.
Yeah, when it
So,
goes low, they're like basically, what's the word? No, yeah, but left-footed people are in the minority.
yeah.
So like that cuts them. Like if you're looking for a left foot, so always finding a left-sided player. Like I remember for years, Liverpool had the perfect team, apart from a left winger. We were always looking for a left winger. We had like Albert Riera and Mark
Mm-hmm.
Gonzalez, and we
Mm-hmm.
always had everyone else was as good as anyone else in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Player for player, but they always had like a Damien Duff or a Ryan Giggs or something. And we always had like the worst left wingers because they're so hard to find. Good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Left
Mm-hmm.
fullbacks, they're the same as well. So when you have a bit of a drought, it's really hard. Like it's hard to go out and get a top quality one because if they are good, they
Yep.
cost
They cost
pretty
money.
much. Oh, they cost attacker money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's because he can have his pick of clubs, especially if he's got a good free kick or a goal in him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So to go out and get someone like that's what I'm kind of thinking in this position. I'd just like to say, like, Mr. £15 million. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If it without like, because I can't really think of the right type of young player right off the bat. Like mostly, look at some people if they have that brain, they can do it. Give me 20 minutes and I'll come back to you. You know, but right now,
Yeah.
just there is no. But so I'm not going to cheat myself. I'm going to pretend to anyone else. So that to me just tells me that there isn't someone. Obviously, allowing for the fact that I can forget my own phone number. But
Mm-hmm.
there isn't someone that immediately stands out to me. It's like, oh yeah, that you know that young. Like we're not getting Alfonso Davies or
Mm-hmm.
you know one of the big like kind of saying like Romaldo broke out last year, or we're not going to go and get a Luca Dean type because they're 29, 30. You know, it is a difficult market. That's the point. It's always been a really difficult market to get a decent left back. So
Yeah.
hopefully
I mean, if you
we
want to,
actually
you can get
save
whoever you want.
ourselves.
You can put. I mean,
Well,
it's your world. Yeah.
we could save ourselves a transfer fee and just bring it up
There's one.
Thingy Beck. You know.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. In a perfect world, yeah, we go and get Grimaldo on a 3-year deal. Yeah, totally. That's my shout. Yeah. So in this world, yeah, and he will cost us.
Who are you kidding?
Hang on a minute, Grimaldo. I'm just trying to think. What will they charge us for Grimaldo? Would 40 get him? They paid money for him. What's Grimaldo's market
I'm
value?
gonna look it up here.
I'm not sure they'd sell him easily, but he is old. They got him on a free, I think, from Benfica, so they don't have anything in him.
Okay, so he is. How old is he?
28.
He's 45 million.
I thought you could say he's 45. Okay.
No, market value 45 million euros.
Yeah, how old is he? What's that?
Oh, I
How
don't
old is
know.
he?
It's not telling me how old he is for some
It should
reason.
tell you and date of birth there.
Oh, I know. I mean, I gotta actually look up his page. Give me 1 second. He is 28.
45 million. Yeah, 28. 45 million. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. Yep.
All
He's
right.
worth that. Yeah, so that's Grimaldo. Because no one else seriously has put in.
I guess no one else is given a thing.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be an interesting little thing. We're gonna have basically Bravo and I guess I don't think Grimaldo is going to.
Well, now we come in with Aït Nouri. You know, it's Okay, that's not a bad shout. But now, see, now they're all in. Look, see, they're all in now. I know he's 28. Yeah, but too late.
The shout for Balde from Barcelona is a good shout.
What's he valued? I bet he's valued massively. Have a look at him
He's
quickly.
probably pretty high up.
80. I reckon they're going to say 80 for him.
Really? Okay, let me see. He's at he's at 40 million.
Yeah, it's probably 40. Yeah, but yeah, Barca would definitely be like, yeah, we want 80 million.
I'm sure they'd want. Yeah.
Yeah, I could go for him, but would we get him for? We're getting Grimaldo for 40. In our world right now, we're getting Grimaldo for 40.
Yeah. And you probably would get him around that. Probably get him at like 50 million, probably 60
Well, they
million.
got him for free, man. Remember that they got him for free
that's true. Like, at 28, you're already at that stage where you're already like, I can tell you what. See, now Robinson is the shout. I think Robinson is the shout. Big up, Luca.
Is he not a right back predominantly?
He's a left back. He's not. He doesn't.
He's 26,
but he's old too. Older, I should say. He's 20.
Yeah, he's 26. He's 26, I think. Nori, basically a left winger as well. Yeah, he's been great, but he's injury prone. Very injury prone. Karka is the lad that's a board. See, they're all in now.
Nobody wanted to bring up anyone, and now it's like this is finally in. But
someone's stream must have ended.
Robinson's market value is 20 million euros. Big up Asian Pops. Big up Asian Pops. 20 million. Al Nori.
Al Nori. Big up Pops.
You saw the shot from Daryl for Al Nori at 40 million.
Well,
I don't know if Mendy is going to be. Mendy's a little bit older, isn't he? He's like.
But hey, can we also just bear in mind that all we're doing here is upgrading Simicast?
Yeah, you're only upgrading Simicast.
we're only upgrading Simicast here.
So. I don't know how you're telling a lot of these players that they're going to be sitting bench, possibly, or having to fight.
What I mean is, we still have to keep. One. We've only got 180 left,
and you've only got 180 left. That's correct.
And we need to buy a striker.
Yep.
So, we don't need to go big at left back. So if you could get me a Balda for less than 40, if it starts with a 3.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to bump it up a little bit to be realistic, because there's no way Barcelona's giving away 40 Baldi for 40 million. There's no way.
Well, you see, Pops, the problem is, you're like me. I joined the game a little bit late. We've players have been sold, so we have to buy replacements. And the players that were sold were Kanate, Simicas, and Nunes.
Yeah.
And we have taken their market values and allocated a budget. 70 million of 250 million we have spent on Bastoni, which leaves us currently with 180 million to spend on a Simicas replacement and a Nunes replacement. Yeah. So we don't need to spend all the money at the left back.
James Trafford. Okay, I'll give you a lowdown on James Trafford.
I like Grimaldo at 40. Because we're in charge, not FSG, so we don't have to apply their rules.
Mm-hmm.
I like Grimaldo at 28 on a 4-year deal, 3 years left at his peak, 31 fit lad, no problem at all, man. I'd buy that all day. Like a lad like that can get you 12 goals in a season. That could be the difference between winning a league or not.
Okay, I see what he's doing. James Trafford is a goalkeeper.
He's Burnley goalkeeper, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's the Burnley goalkeeper.
I got you. We can put that in there.
Have I sold Grimaldo to the chat, or does the chat want to go somewhere else? It's last call. Round up. Get your shouts in.
Trying to do the swap deals. That's funny.
Get your shouts in.
They might do that, maybe. They maybe do that.
Diaz.
That's not too crazy because I mean Barcelona is someplace that he would want to go to.
Diaz. Oh, he's on the front. Yeah, Chris. Don't worry, Chris Angel doesn't need to put him on that plane.
Yeah,
he would be. Yeah, definitely, and you can't blame for that. Look, if that offer came in, definitely.
So who are we going with here?
Well, if we don't get another. If we don't get some proper shouts, like I'm the captain, so I'm going with Mike Grimaldo.
Yeah, I have Grimaldo listed as of right now, but all those names started rolling in. I think Robinson's a good shout, to be honest with you.
But there was only singulars, you see. There was a one Robinson, one Balda, one. Oh, Estupiñán. Pops with a late shout there. Yeah, Estupiñán last season was absolutely on fire.
Yes.
Estupiñán this season.
Yes.
This season, not so much.
Not so much, but
this season, not so much. But if you could get him going again, what's he going to set us back?
Yeah, I'm going to show you what he's going at.
He's going to come in high. This is Brighton, remember. This is Brighton. They're going to max out his value.
Shoot. How do you spell his name, actually? E-S-T...
Pinian. So P-I-N-I-A-N. Or is it a stupid? I always get it mixed up. Yeah. Just go to Brighton.
Yeah, I might just go to Brighton. It's not showing up that way.
I think it's Estupiñán. Yeah, it's Estupiñán. Right. Ian Maddison. Didn't he go and... Yeah, he did. Did he go to PSV, did he? Yeah, what? Oh, they're talking about Ian Maddison.
Estupiñán is... Let's see.
What's his age as well?
Okay, yeah. Let me find him. Pedro Ferguson. Check. Purvis. Never nervous Purvis is coming in at 35 million.
Yeah, good look.
That's going to easily be 70 million, most likely. And
Brighton tax.
Yeah, the Brighton tax.
I'm going to say 25.
Yeah, Bonkers is saying Estupiñán or either DeMarco.
I'm going to say he's 25. Is he 25?
Yeah, let's just rip this band. It's a number 2 that we're looking for, or someone that you're going to, or unless you're going to tell Robbo, he's the number 2 now, and this guy's number 1. That's what you're basically doing.
Is he 25?
He is 26.
26. Okay, right. So him. What are we saying? We're not getting away with 35.
No, you're not getting away. You got to go at least
50.
I would say at least. I'd say 60 million, because they probably going to double. I say they would be double because you're dealing with Brighton and it's a Premier League tax.
That's eating into our striker money too much. That's eating too much into our striker.
You're looking at 70 million, I'd say 60 to 70 million at most, or at least.
No, give me. Yeah, no, that's going to take too much out of our budget for our imaginary superstar striker. So. I'm going.
So who we going with, people? Who we going with? Let's get it going. Who we going with? You guys are going this long on the number 2 for the left back. Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm not getting imagine. Like I'm not. I can't see anything in the chat.
I'll tell you in a second. Hold on, let me pull that up then.
There isn't strong enough competition for anyone else in the chat, so I'm going to go. I'm captain, so I'm going to overrule and go Grimaldo to get this thing going, because I don't think anyone could disagree with him at 40. Because Balda would be Grimaldo at
he would probably
at 40.
Go close to 40, 45 million or something like that.
Yeah, because this is the budget.
Walker Peters is a shout too. That's a good shout. Honesty,
if you can bring me in someone better.
Being his shout.
Yeah, if you can bring in someone better than Grimaldo at less than 40, I'd go for that. But we've only got 180 left, and we have to buy a striker. So that only leaves us 140 for a striker. I don't want to be going much lower than that to get a top striker in.
Yeah, because if you have 140, you can get a top striker. You can
I think you can, yeah. I think it's obvious as well.
All right, so I was just going to look up for one quick one. Extension. Brighton. I'll tell you what, in this first, laughs and giggles, I'll tell you what Brighton had it at and what he's making. So he is currently Never Nervous Purvis is on 50,000. Does he have a buyout? I'll tell you if there's a buyout. Does he have a buyout? He does not have a release clause, at least none that's showing on here. So, 1 billion. Yeah. All right. So looks like we're just going to go with what you suggested. So
we've got Bastone and Grimaldo.
Keep it.
I mean, that looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good upgrade on. We're upgrading Konate and Simicas with Bastone and Grimaldo for 110 million, and we're getting what are we getting? Half of that back, just over half of that back.
Yep.
I don't think that's bad business. Oh, and what we giving Grimaldo? We're giving him 60 grand a week.
Oh yeah. So how much is he making?
We're giving him 60.
Big question. Currently, I'll tell you what he's on. Big up Trigger TV. Big up Trigger TV.
He joined him on a free, so he'd be on a decent wage.
Sorry. All right, let's see. Give me a second for it to pull up here. Pull up. All right, Grimaldi is on 115,000 euros. I'll click the GBP. Give me 1 second.
About 85 grand a week. Yeah, he's on a free transfer, you know.
Yeah, he's on so actually it's 99,000. So I'll just make it 100 to say. So you'd have to give him at least 120, I would say, probably.
Yeah. Well, we've already signed him, so.
Right. But I mean, you'd have to
saved a lot.
Give him money.
We've left 3 go, and we're letting go with 6.
He's on 100. I'd say to make him be interested, you at least have to bump him up to 120. You probably end up giving him 150, to be honest with you, because that seems like the going rate for the prices that you're giving. You bring people in and
give that boy, look,
even
he's
at his
a goal
age.
scorer. Give him some crazy bonus.
Yeah.
Away you go. He's in the door. We are so.
He's in the door. He's in the door. Yeah. All right, the fun part of the game is here right now. Here we go. 100.
We have.
And what do you have? 140 left? Because what did you say?
140 million. And we need a number 9. We can't buy Darwin Núñez.
Wait, what was his number at? 45? Let's say Grimaldi was at 50. Because it was 45. Make it easier numbers to do. I'll say he's at 50 million. So 170 plus 50 is 120. You have 130 million, let's say. 130.
Oh, we had Grimaldo at 40. No, that 10 million is a big.
It's a big jump. I thought was he at 40 million? Did I say on there?
Well, I had him at
Was he
40. So I
I
said I
thought he
was
was at
buying him at
45.
40.
I was just trying to round
Yeah,
up so it's easier for you guys. Yeah.
yeah, but I see. I was buying him at 40. I'm not buying him at 50.
Oh, you're not buying him at 50. That's a whole different story.
No, you see, that's the thing. Because I said someone if we can buy
I
him, like
got you.
bring in
All
someone
right,
less
I'll
than
do that for
40.
you. That's a bargain rate. 40 million.
But you
All right,
see, I
so
was
you got
saying
140 to play.
yeah, I know it's a
Because I
bargain
don't want
rate,
to
but
go. I don't want to go back. Yeah.
but what I was saying is they take the 40 because they got him on a free.
Yeah.
Like definitely it was cheap, but yeah, I was saying they take like because it's 40 million pure
Because it's all profit. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
profit.
like if they'd spend 30 on him, no,
On a
no,
28-year-old too. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It was like that is too good a deal probably to turn down, and I know it is.
So you got
It is on.
140 million. That's a lot to go with. You can bring
Yeah.
in your dream striker with that easily. You can easily bring in a dream striker. Who is your replacement striker for the much maligned Darwin Nunez?
We've already got two names there. We've got Boniface and Harry Kane. Harry Kane's a really interesting one. It really is an interesting one.
Yeah.
You know, it's obviously not something FSG would do, but we don't have to worry about that at the moment because we're doing
Yeah.
it. So
it's just what you want to do. It's not what FSG. Yeah.
I mean, the guy would guarantee you as close to like his fitness would be the only issue in his age now. But a fit Harry Kane, I mean, he's as close to a guarantee as you can get. Victor Osimhen, was he just, did he overperform in a not overperforming Napoli team, but a highly performing Napoli team? Has he dropped off a level? Can he go back up a level?
I'm very interested to see you guys. Look,
in England at the moment, there's nobody.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Whatever. I gotta put in their budgets. That's why. So
I'm not going with Watkins. I'm not going near Watkins. So there's no one in England. I don't know. Is there anybody in Spain that's anybody that wants to put any shouts out there? Anybody that we're missing out on? We're not thinking of, because we can pretty much break the bank.
Yeah. You got a lot of cash to work with. A lot of cash to work with.
Go Foden number. Try Foden into a number 9.
What's that?
Burnley is just talking about bringing in Foden.
Oh yeah,
the player that. I mean, if he had grown up in their academy,
I'd be all about that right now. Definitely.
Yeah, Lewis, that's the age there. Who else is out there that's. Who else is really out there that's performing to a high level? I don't know. It's like when you were bringing up the thing earlier on about the lack of certain players in certain areas. The number 9 would be right up there, like the striking department, because the Griezmann's, Firmino, false 9 types, an awful lot of them around still. Not that anyone's like, Firmino as much, but those kind of non-system type strikers, kind of game-breaking strikers, which City with Haaland have tried to do.
That's a solid shot.
I
don't know. I think
they were talking about. There was a lot of talk about him going to Arsenal.
His value, though.
There was an awful lot of talk about him going to Arsenal before he went there. I never really understood why he went to Juve. I understood that he had to leave his club.
Yeah.
But I think that Juve it wasn't obviously a sideways move to them, but it was clear that they were a little bit on the way down. I was surprised that Arsenal didn't go out of their way to bring him in, but then he dropped off a bit. Like you look at guys like a Jovic, who rips it up in Germany.
Pay this guy too. I guess we're going to.
You know, these guys, they wanted 90 minutes. Like Jovic goes to Real Madrid, does nothing. Then he goes back to Germany, and he goes to Frankfurt, and they sell him on. You know, it's some of these guys. They go to a big club, they don't perform. Those number 9s, those poachers.
Yeah, because you've already added 185,000 to the wage bill already with the players you brought in.
Yeah, but look how much that's.
Meaning like you not only just added. I mean like you've taken what you've taken off. That's additional. For instance, Kanade made 70, but you brought someone back that makes 200.
Yeah. But we also got rid of Matip, and Thiago, and Adrian. So we have 6 players.
Yes, we have
6 players. We've lost Nunes' wages. Factually, that's what I was adding it all up as, was our wage bill was 6 players out. We have those wages. So I think I added up like 600 grand, I think we saved. So what, 200 for Thiago, 100 for Matip, 50 for Adrian.
You're halfway through. You're halfway through.
250.
Red for Life's got Kane.
It wouldn't be. I don't know what I would have
Kane too. Adeyemi.
Yeah, Bernie wants someone like Bernie. You're thinking someone like Solanke, Haaland, this big type of number 9. Yet there's very few. Like, I'd love if there was like.
I agree with
a few of those guys out there. Like
number 9 is very difficult to find. There's a lot of left wings, but there's not a lot of right wings. There's not a lot of strikers. There's not a lot of
Adeyemi, we had him. We had Adeyemi, didn't we? And he went around the houses and ended up at Forest. We couldn't get a permit for him. He's a big, strong lad, but he can't stay fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the striker pool is. It's really, really, difficult. Like I'm just surprised. Like a year, like this is how football goes, because a year and a half ago, you just would have had 15 people just going Osimhen. That's all. And the guy was he was the only striker anybody wanted. And now I'm the only person that mentioned his name. People have mentioned loads of people, not even mentioned Victor Osimhen, who, when they won the title only a couple of years ago.
Some of the names I thought would be mentioned haven't been mentioned. It was very interesting.
You know, they were talking about 150 million for him. If you said, I'll be happy to pay it. You know, and then the next season they have a drop off. You know, remember, no one's talking about your man. Here we go, Vicha Kvaratskhelia. No one's talking about him. Whereas everyone's go out. He's going to be the next this and that, and they have a bit of an off season. No one's talking about him. You know, everyone wanted us to go out and buy him for 100 million. Oh, he's the next Messi. You know, it just shows it dropped. Like, these guys, obviously they weren't, you know,
shows you that
good,
quick.
But they haven't.
You can be dropped off to top of the world 1 minute and drop off to nothing the next. And that's also got to show you that, hey, that can also be a result of the player that you're trying to sell too. Be the same way.
That's all you meant to tell you about Amway. Yeah, the guy that's at Forest, right? The guy that's Forest that was.
No, he's talking about
Dortmund, right?
Oh, you're talking. Adeyemi is on. He's on Bayern. Pretty sure he's on Bayern. Or maybe he's not.
Adeyemi is.
I know who they're talking about.
Awani is at Forest, but wasn't the guy Awani that's at Forest? He's the guy that was at Liverpool, right? Or is it Adeyemi that's at Dortmund? That was. I thought it was Awani that was at.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Was at Liverpool? He's at Forest now, but I was sure he was the guy. Yeah. That's the guy. Yeah. Why did I say it wrong the first time? Okay, probably I probably just said it wrong the first time. Yeah, Kolo Muani, they paid nearly 100 million for that guy, didn't they? PSG, they bought that man Muani.
Yeah. No, you're thinking. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, no, it is. No, I'm right.
I knew it was a German team. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Adeyemi, but the guy I'm talking about is the guy that's at Forest right now. He's the guy that used to play for us.
Yeah. No, he's the one that used to play for us. Yes, he is.
Cool.
Yeah. Asian Pops.
We couldn't get he never played for us. We couldn't get a permit for him. We couldn't get a permit. Like we
YNWA
wanted
is
him, but
he
yeah,
plays
he's at
YNWA
Dortmund now.
plays left wing, right wing, and he plays a striker for Bayern or for
Yeah, and when
for
the
Dortmund.
guy that's at Forest, he just can't stay fit. When he's fit, do you remember he set a record? He scored in like 11 consecutive Premier League games from like the back end of one
Right.
season right into this. The guy was
And there's
literally
no
scoring
way.
every single game.
There's absolutely no way that Karim Adeyemi is going for 28 million euros. That's absolutely no way that's happening.
No.
I'll tell you that.
So
right
who
now.
we gonna go? Who we gonna go with? Come
That's
on,
market
people.
value in these moving.
We gotta buy a striker here. I mean, we gotta buy a striker. Like at the moment, I think I see more votes for Harry Kane. I see more votes for Harry Kane.
By the way, Harry Kane, currently, to bring him back, you would be paying him 413 starting. The starting price would be 413,000 pounds a week. So you're looking at probably to make him show up and be a Liverpool red. You're looking at probably like 440, 450.
Well, no, he'd take a pay cut to come home, I'd say. But yeah, it'd still be. He's not leaving that. He's not walking away from that kind of money. But he might take like a 50 grand a week.
Yeah, he's not
to
walking
come back,
away
but not
from
like
money,
he's not walking away from that kind of thing. I mean, if you're making that much,
yeah,
you know, I'll take 380 and I get to go back to the Premier League and continue my breaking a record in the Premier League stuff. But no, he's too hard on every level. So I don't know who would we go with, because I don't think Osimhen is very popular. Is there any other striker out there, Danny? But who would Pops? You have 140 to spend. Who's your guy?
No.
Who's your guy, Pops? Bernie's going Tammy Abraham.
That was a shout. I wasn't expecting that one. That's definitely a bargain shout.
He had a great first season. Then he got a bad injury, didn't he? I think he scored 20 plus 20 easily in his first year. He was ripping it up there. Yeah, I'd like to take a risk on a young kid, maybe a younger player, maybe some kind of more risky type guy. I don't know. Got a lot of money to spend.
It's up to you guys. Let's go. I mean, I didn't think I was going to have to put a clock on this. I'm lucky. We're lucky you only had 3 names to pick.
Jonathan David. That's kind of. Yeah, I'm just looking for a consensus. Otherwise, I'm just going to buy Victor Osimhen.
That's a shout. Who said that? Bonkers. That's a shout.
Bonkers. Yeah.
That was someone that was being looked at by Arsenal. I don't know if Liverpool was looking at him, but I know Arsenal was considering him as well.
Yeah, that Jimenez lad is very good.
Santiago Jimenez is
very, very good.
Excellent shout. He is
really,
someone that currently plays for
Benfica, I think.
He plays for Fire. He plays for he's the striker for Slot's current team.
Yeah, Feyenoord. Yeah, I was thinking of the guy that used to play for Benfica recently, Jimenez. There's a few of them. Yeah, that Victor Gyökeres guy that he was at Coventry, and someone let him go for like pennies. He ended up at Coventry, and now he's gone to Portugal with Sporting, and there are people talking about him like being like 60, 70 million. He's just gone there and just put up insane numbers. Isaac as well.
That one too was a shout. Right here. This guy right here, he plays in Portugal. Is that who you're talking about?
There's another Jimenez who was playing for Benfica. Yeah, he's an excellent striker.
Oh.
He went to Portugal.
Yeah.
We'll ask you.
But this guy right here that Beijing Pops just mentioned is a name that's circulating as a possibility as well.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm saying that was at Coventry. He
does look like a good player.
Yeah, they lost him. Like there's a big team let him go. I can't remember who it was. There's one of the bigger Premier League teams had him. I think it was Brighton, maybe, or someone had him, and let him go for basically nothing. Then he went to Coventry and gets a move to Portugal, and literally just starts exploding, putting goals everywhere. And now people are talking about 60 million quid for him. If you put him into Wikipedia there, it's one of the bigger English clubs. Let him go. But yeah,
I know,
like
Marion.
I'm
Marion,
with Pops,
hold your ears, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
listen
with
to this
Pops
segment.
though. If he wasn't
you
made
put us
out
on
of
mute, I will understand.
if he wasn't made out of biscuits, I'd go for Isaac. But he is made out of biscuits, so
But he's made out of biscuits, though. Yeah, that guy Victor is making
Swedish guy.
39,000, basically like 40,000. He's got he makes more than that. He makes 39 plus, so that's like 40 base. He's got 24,000 in his bonus, so he's making 63,000 a week. Pounds.
You could get by, couldn't you?
He's got an 86 million for Victor. He has a 86 million pound release clause, so he would cost you 86 million.
Yeah, see, that's the right. You see, like the Spanish clubs, because it's contractual, it's legal, and you have
he's
to.
He's on Portuguese. He's a Portuguese. He's at CP.
Yeah, but this one,
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, because like at the Spanish clubs, it's illegal. You have to have the thing. So they put in these ridiculous over the top clauses, like the Balde thing earlier on was like £1 billion. They don't they'd sell, like if you offered them 100 million, they'd sell them. But they just put in these ridiculous clauses because what happened with Neymar? They put in a 200 million clause for Neymar, thinking, well, no one's ever do that. So they and then PSG did. So now they just put it at like 800 million, 500 million, $1 billion, so that no one can ever actually sneak up.
I know.
Basically break.
If you were to see,
So, but in Portugal, quickly, when the Portuguese teams do it, they actually set it at a number you can meet. They're not making these 2 billion things. They actually set it at, they do it differently. Like they'll set it at like 67 million or 80 million. Like they don't do these stupid things. So you can actually have a club who can, if you're good enough, they can come in. Whereas the Spanish clubs do it in a different way. But those Portuguese guys, they put it at a kind of a tempting little place where some Premier League club will go, well, the release clause is only 78 million. You know, they're very clever in the way they do it, those Portuguese boys. That's why Benfica and Sporting, look at how much money they've made. Like, I think Benfica made like $500 million in the last 5-6 years just on transfers, selling players. But when they put in a thing, it's always like right at where it's going to tempt some club just to buy him. Whereas the Spanish clubs, he's a new wonder kid, 2 billion release clause. So, but that's why the way the Portuguese clubs do business, man, I think they're up there with the best in the world, buying and selling, and making big money. Like Benfica bought Enzo for what, 10 million, and less than 6 months later sold him for 105. Someone got a nice bonus that week.
We understand that they're basically the middleman for South America. Yeah. I understand that part.
Someone got a really nice bonus that week. Like, just well done. We've got it because we've got another Enzo Fernandez coming next year. Because they do, they just have some kind of replacement kind of thing. But yeah, that's how you do business, and that's how you do. Like Chelsea were just going around. That'll buy you
scooping up players.
That'll build you that'll buy you a new training complex. 90 million in Portugal. You probably build a new training complex in Portugal for about 30 million quid. They're just going around making other clubs better.
Yeah. So who you guys going with?
I've been giving him. I'm going to go with the guy I was going to go with from the start if I didn't get any major names. But this is not much in the chat.
Asiman. Is that how you going with Asiman?
I'll still go with him. Yeah, I'll still back him to come to the Premier League and light it up.
Asiman, is how you spell his name? Yes. Very good. Burndett's good with that. That's good. I don't know how to spell his name. All right. Asiman is related to 110 million euros. That's what his market value is at currently.
Yeah, we can afford him easy.
Let me see if he's got a. You can afford him, certainly. I'm gonna see if he's got a release deal.
No problem. No, Napoli don't do release clauses, man. He's a hard negotiator.
See what they have him at. No release clause.
Yeah, I knew it was Brighton. Yeah,
all
Brighton
right.
had him.
Oh, my fault. He does have a release clause. Oops.
Does he? That's
he
right.
does have a release clause. I'll tell you in a second what it is. His release clause is 111 million. So 112 million. So that's what I'll put it at for you guys.
I'd rather keep.
I mean, you had enough money to spend. That's a good bit of your kitty right there.
Well, we've money left over.
Yeah.
28 left in the bank.
Like, that's not a bad. You're not looking bad though. To tell you the truth.
Bastone.
Not looking bad at all.
Grimaldo. Osman. Canales
and you have a 100. I'll call it 112 million. I'll call it, and he is currently on 254,000 a week.
Hey.
So you would need
Salah.
to
give him 3.
That's less, yes, certainly. So make it 300 probably to make him want to be interested in coming here.
Well, yeah, to make his agent allow him to do it. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be delighted. More than happy to leave Napoli to join Liverpool, even on the same money.
Practically.
You know, he'd take the same money to play for us as he would. But the agent will always go.
Because he's currently on a. His contract ends in 2026. He's currently on a 3-year contract for $33 million.
Nobody mentioned Mbappe, by the way. The guy that's going on a free transfer in the summer. Nobody mentioned going for Mbappe.
Hey, that's on you guys. That's on you guys, not me. That is on you. So it looks like, and I'm assuming, does Diego start, or do you have Osimhen start? Who's starting?
I think the guy we just paid over 100 million quid for, I think, might be in with a shout.
Hey, I mean,
yeah. Diaz on the bench, Jota on the left, and Momo. Well, look.
For now,
maybe he can bring back his big man, little man thing that he did with Edin Dzeko. But yeah, look, I'd be happy enough.
That's what you're looking at right there. This is what you're looking at right here.
That's a net positive, I think.
I think it might be. Let me see. Well,
if we brought in Grimaldo, let's just pretend Robbo is injured. Let's just pretend Robbo is injured for a minute, right? So if we were starting it, just so it will look as new as possible on the team sheet.
You would have had 2 changes. By bringing in these players, you would have seen it be minus 160, minus 130. That's 290.
We can only hope, Barney. We can only hope.
290, 300. So you'd have a deficit of 345,000 in difference in salary. You'd have a difference in 345,000 in salary. It's a major, yeah.
We're all good.
Just for the 3 players. I'm not doing with the other 3 players like as Brian did, which is totally understandable, and I get it. I'm just saying this from a swap.
Well, then assuming then we replace those 3 other guys with 3 free transfer type players.
Yeah, you have to probably to make that work because you'd be getting down to some big and also
we would be upgrading. Yeah, no, that is a big. It's Bastoni is pushing your wage bill up there a lot now. Yeah, in fairness.
Yeah,
and the Osman jump from Nunez, who was on. Yeah, you're kind of tripling your striker money.
Mm-hmm.
And it is that it's a big outlay. It is.
Mm-hmm. And I did do Kelleher too. I brought Kelleher out and brought in Trafford, despite the fact I know everyone said they would want to keep him. Chances are, I don't think he wants to stay. Unfortunately,
no, he's out the door. I think you can almost put your house on. He said now, like, unless Arne Slot was coming and go, hold your horses there now.
Yeah.
Guess what? Your man Ali is going back to Italy, and you're something crazy. Exactly, something crazy. Like, but I think he's 25 now for his career. That he knows the time is. I mean, it's unfortunate as much as we all want him to, but he knows himself that he can go and play week in, week out for a top club. So that would be something that
I put Trafford in as being. Since that's a name that we're rumored to be looking at, I put him as the selection.
Sane is getting on as well a bit, isn't he? Sane's 28, 29 now? We forget he's around a long time, that kid.
Yeah, he has been. Honestly, I don't really rate him as much as I would have said sooner than Sane. I would have probably said what's the other guy's name on here?
Musiala.
No. I mean, yes, that's who I most likely would go for myself personally. But
the other winger they have.
Gnabry.
You mean?
Yeah. Gnabry.
He's around the same age. He used to play for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Play for West Brom. Tony Pulis didn't rate him. Tony Pulis didn't even bring him off the bench. He thought he was useless. Then he went to Bayern and basically broke goal scoring records for a couple of years. Nice one, Tony.
Serge Gnabry. Yeah, I would probably bring him in. He is 28. He's like same age as Sane. I mean, if you're talking about Sane or if you have to make a choice,
watching the game. Sane's just scored. So obviously they're talking about.
Okay. I got you. So maybe that's why he's getting a shout.
But it's strange when you think about actually. You think about Sane as a young player.
362,000 euros a week. Wow. I was not expecting that.
When you think about Sane, you do kind of think young player, but then when you think, well, remember when he was at City, and it's like, that was ages ago. Mm-hmm. But he was one of those guys, and he turned it on against us a couple of times. And he's one of those guys, when he decides he's going to be on it, he's frightening.
Mm-hmm.
I used to hate playing against him because if he decides, he just ridiculous. And he couldn't do it every single week. But he had everything. Yeah, I'm not surprised he's on that kind of money. But Gnabry, Sane, Musiala, Lewandowski, Muller. Like a couple of years ago, before that, that was
Musiala. I will give you this. I like him. I am definitely going to figure out one way to get Musiala on my team if I could do that.
Well, if we're doing the transfer mark thing here, let's have a look at Florian Wirtz. Let's have a look at Florian Wirtz. Jimmy. Jimmy Duggan. How you go, Jimmy? Jimmy's in. Nice one. Jimmy is a friend of Bernie, a friend of mine from Discord. So thanks for dropping in, Jimmy.
Big up, Jimmy.
Unless it's a different Jimmy Duggan, which is,
who do you want me to look up? Or you want to look up Wirtz?
Yeah, have a look at him, because I'd say he's going to be right up there in the value. They'd have to have him right up there.
Yeah, he on here is 110 million euros.
Wow. Even on transfer market, he's 110. Jeez.
Yeah. That's pretty sad.
And I'm not
That's sad, man.
joking.
That
They
says a lot.
are conservative. They literally, like, because that to them,
Yeah.
even they're saying, no, they will tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
that's a conservative. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy, well, yeah.
That's on some
180. You're talking 180. Then
bank.
you're talking 180. Yeah, you're talking 180. If I'm sure they'll have him tied up on a long,
I'm gonna see what
deal,
his
but
I'm gonna see what his
but he
deal is
can't
right
stay
now.
there. He can't stay there. Not more than one more year.
No.
Like, that guy is absolutely ridiculously good. Ridiculous.
So he's signed to 2027. He is. I know he's so good. That injury hurt him early on in his career.
He properly did an ACL. This is the thing we're talking about. Like, not that long ago, only say 15 years ago, 20 at a push, that could end your career. In the 90s, in the 80s, and the 90s, and ACL ends your career.
80s and 90s.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
But he's apparently come back.
Rehab, you'll be back in like a couple months.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come back. Like, some guys, like, even today, yeah, he's
Are you talking about Latoro?
No, I'm talking about Verts. I'm not sure.
No, I meant Bernadette. I'm sorry.
I was just I was just talking about. But still, in a sec, he will leave, right? Now, the Alonso thing was too easy. But if there's two, like you were talking about, if there's one player out there, I would go for him, man. I would break the bank to go for that guy. But I think maybe we've missed the boat, like Arne Slot and all that.
I think you might have missed the boat on that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But
because
I think
making $124,000 per week. So you probably, to get him to move, you'd have to pay him like 160, 150, 160. Probably closer. Probably have to make him maybe even higher. Maybe like 170.
250. Like his next move, guarantee you, he's on 250 wherever he goes.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's that good. If he puts in, if they go to, well, they are. They go to the Champions League next season. They don't even they don't need to win the Bundesliga next season. Nobody is expecting them to do that. They just have to go and finish. He's on
74,000 base, and he has 50,000 bonus. That's what his contract's set up now.
Yeah, if he plays like he did this season in the Champions League next season, he's getting a quote. He can easily, like, he'll be one of the next big transfers. It's just who gets him. So, yeah, I think we definitely missed that boat.
Most likely. But this is what you're looking at. I mean, look, let's keep it 100. I mean, Osimhen is definitely a viable candidate to, hang your hat on as being a goal scorer for you. I mean, there's no dip in pace. I don't know if Osimhen's necessarily like I don't know about what his press, like how well and good he is at the press, but he's certainly a goal scorer.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Christ, that's
Yeah, it's not a bad looking team. Not a bad looking team. Surprised that everyone kept Diaz too. You guys had your chance and you kept Diaz. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So what we're going to do is that is going to be your squad for your team. I'm going to put together this on a better looking presentation.
Sorry.
I will bring it up in another episode.
Yeah. I think we nailed it. We did it.
Yeah, you guys nailed it. Hughes better watch out for his job. You guys got it. You guys got. He's got some competition. So
and
yeah,
I'm just glad we didn't get because a lot of the discourse, the chitter chatter, whatever over the last kind of couple of days has been interesting. From we've been coming at it from different angles, but a lot of it's been a little bit depressing for me. So I'm glad there was no digs in the chat, so to speak. No, we won't get this, we won't get that. There was there was just positive angle to it, because I'm over listening to people complain about a manager that hasn't even started yet. So I was just happy that there was no one in just being, we won't get this guy. Why are you saying that? We won't get this. It was all good. It was all good.
No, it went actually better than I thought it would go. I mean, like, it was very interesting that you guys were like, for the center back, for replacing Konate, and for possibly even replacing Nunez, you guys were pretty much like, decent amount of time. But for replacing Simicast,
Nunez was sold in a hot minute.
Simicast took like 30 minutes practically.
No, but Nunez was sold in like 0.5 seconds. It was like sold, and then like sell. I was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, poor Darwin. I mean, yeah, even if he had been in there in full battle mode, I don't think he would have been able to stop that tidal wave. But
I understand this concern too. Realism Jared says, worries me that there's no preseason with our players that are in the Euros or in Copa America. Yeah.
Well, that's football these days, man.
That's football, what you have to deal with, Like, I was going in on that about, at pretty length about the fact that these players are playing some substantial minutes, and it's going to eat into the availability that they have to do what you're just talking about, which is create a viable preseason where they're going to be able to pick up on, the new system. These guys are going to be coming into a new system for the most part, There's no guarantee. They might stay with 4, but no,
that's
no
why,
doubt.
like,
Big up.
One of the things that gets flipped around, which is so easy, it's kind of really annoys me. It's infuriating, where people are saying, "This guy is just going to come in and do the same thing Klopp did. This guy is just going to come in, and do exactly what Klopp did." No, like, but he's not going to come in.
I mean, like,
and completely change everything. But he's not going to come in and completely rip everything.
Yeah, that'd be like different if you want to, like, let's see. 2, 3,
but just
1.
what I'm saying is, like, with some people are like, "Oh, this guy's just going to come in and do what Klopp did. This guy's going to come in and do what the boys are doing." Yeah, it's like, it's called continuity. You can make everything sound like a negative if you want to make it sound like a negative. Like, I've had, like, someone saying, "Oh, is Arne Slot just a yes man for Michael Edwards?" It's like, get the hell out of the room. Right? If that's the kind of attitude you have, it's like, oh, because you just want me to say yes. Yeah. He's just a yes man. It's like, no, it's what's called working with people. It's like, we're going to have a system in place where Edwards, who basically doesn't do football at Liverpool anymore, that's Michael Hughes, Richard Hughes, whatever it is. These people are going to work together. Yeah, of course they are. But is he going to just sit there and go, "Okay, yes, these are the..." No, they're going to talk about stuff. They're going to work through stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to make everything sound like a bad thing. It's like they come in and they work with the staff above them. Like we said, we spoke about this last night. They just want to be coaches and train the people. They don't want to be doing all this off the pitch stuff and have to worry about it. So you get these men that you trust to come in and give you options on players that the club can buy. These are players we can get. Right, let's talk about them. It's very simple. It's not about being a yes man. It's about working within a structure which all managers will have to work within now. No manager is going to be handed basically the keys to the building and the company credit card and the company checkbook by the owner, and the owner there, right, you're the manager now. You're in charge of everything. You get to decide everything. You get to decide who the cleaners are and who the groundsmen are and everything. It's all on you. They come in and go, "No, what I want you to do is hire a load of people around me who are brilliant at finding the best players in the world, bring to the table the ones that we can buy and who are available to us. so I don't have to do it. Then I know who the 5 are. Then we can go, right, he's our number 1. Can we get him? We tried, couldn't get him. Right, that's the number 2. That's how football works now. So you get the best of everybody doing all those jobs and put them together. Hopefully that works. I get that slot isn't the name that a lot of people wanted, but maybe it's the one that works. Maybe it doesn't work. And after 8 months, don't worry. Please do not worry. If this isn't working, FSG will get rid of him. If they every time they make a mistake, they fix it very quickly. That's what they've always done. So we don't want to become. I'm not saying we'll become Chelsea and we'll get one out, but if it isn't working, they're not just going to give him 5 years. They will replace him. They'll go. But I mean, we're into the bold new world here, you know.
Yeah.
We
I'm not gonna
can't
lie.
predict any of this.
I just messing around, playing around a little bit, having fun with your selections, not mine, your selections. I get that.
The chat selection.
I guess I'm doing a part of Edwards, the Edwards role, while you guys do the Richard Hughes role.
Poor Grimaldo can't even get on the team sheet, man.
Yeah, I know.
All that money, all those wages.
All that money, and he's still. I mean, like I can flip the scripts if you want.
I'd just like to see him on the sheet just for once. We did go and spend on. You know, we bought him after all. Endo's not gone anywhere, Drunk Vigo. Don't worry.
Who? Endo's not going anywhere. He's still there.
He's literally in the middle of the park in a double pivot with Trent Alexander-Arnold by the looks of it. So
yeah, I was going to say, like, imagine this. This would be a very interesting lineup, to be honest with you. Take a look at that. This is what I could conceptualize with what you guys said, with what you guys have done with the exits and with the additions. Would you, and this give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat, if this was your starting lineup for next year, would you have us contending with a title, top 4, or we'll wait and see, or like
no
like
Dom, no Dom in that team.
No, this is with Osimhen. Oh,
yeah,
Dom.
That's what I'm saying. There's no Dom.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Dom's on? I put Dom at the right wing.
Oh, as sub, yeah. There's no Dom though. He's lost his place to kind of Bradley by an odd sort of way. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That's playing with a 4-2. This is a 4-2-3-1, having like Bradley and Grimaldo as your wing backs.
Yeah, what do people think? Does that win the league? Does that go for the league? Of course it goes for the league.
Squad, let's go. There you go, Asian Pops. I like it.
Well, look, technically on day one,
a lot of you get your Trent in midfield that way. You get your Trent in midfield, you get Endo doing all the dirty work of covering Trent whenever he's out of spot or he's too far in front. You have Maka at the 10, and you have Elliott, who can play I think Elliott would be a nice addition as a 10. I think that'd be I think he could play a 10. He might struggle as a right wing at times, but I think he could handle being a 10.
Yeah, it's just poor old Dom, you know.
Yeah.
I think I would push in the 4-2-3-1. I would. Because
that is a formation that
I would leave.
Does.
Yeah. I would leave probably Trent at right back.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would allow me to bring in. Just like, because it's not about moving Trent. It's more about bringing in. I'd rather maybe drop Mac into where Trent is,
and
then bring in Dom into the number 10. Is what I maybe, but I think Trent. It's very hard to get away from the fact that Trent, I think, will almost certainly end up in one of this kind of, whether he wants to do kind of an inverted thing, I don't know, but yeah, as much as I want him to go back to being like just an attacking right back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen
late
again.
To the party. That's why Drunk's asking that question. I got you.
Yeah, if I was playing Football Manager and it didn't matter about like what Trent thought or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would just put Trent at right back and get him to play as an attacking right back.
Mm.
I'd put McAllister in the 2 with Endo. I'd put Szoboszlai in the 10, which would give me Salah, Szoboszlai, Diaz, and Osimhen as a front 4 with McAllister and Endo in behind.
Mm.
And Trent and Grimaldo. Because remember, Robertson has flu at the moment, right? So Grimaldo, guy who scored about 100 goals last season.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, so him and Trent on the wings,
Mm.
bombing down, Diaz and Mo Salah cutting in. I would be very happy to see that.
That'd be that's a nice looking team, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'd like to see. I always like to see what anything looks like. That's what I always say in preseason. Show me what it looks like.
The Bastoni upgrade is huge. That would be huge.
With
that's
Endo,
the biggest thing that points out for me is Bastoni and Van Dijk being your center back pair.
Endo dropping in between them two, with the 2 fullbacks going forward.
Yeah.
Endo dropping in, making a back 3 with Bastoni, Van Dijk.
Yeah.
And then McAllister deep, controlling, and Szoboszlai able to kind of do what he wants, maybe in a free, not so much a number 10 role as the main creator, but floating around. And then you've got that killer up front, that killer striker that that they had 2 years ago, which we would assume we would get. So you got an Osimhen, then you got Salah, Diaz. It might leave you a little bit exposed on the right hand side, but other than that, I'd love to see and we can obviously we can't do that, right? But we can play this system.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see us play this system and see how it worked. I'm all for changing and new things. That's what I want to see with a new manager. Is the continuity. But not radical, mad, different.
It's not going to be a radical change. It's not like you're going to see 3 in the back and something crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, three up front. We're not going to. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to be playing 3-4-3 and
right,
or super defensive football. We're going to play attacking football still. We'll always because you don't get away with anything else. That's what I always said. It counted against we're not a back 3 club.
Right.
Even if it's attacking back, we're just not a back 3 club. We're not a back 3 league, to be honest with you. Yeah. England isn't it?
Because it goes against everything that you've already set up in the sense of it goes against the sheer fact that all the levels of your team of the club are set up in this 4-3-3 mindset. Now you can adjust it slightly to make it for a 4-2-3-1. Okay, you can slightly adjust that concept, but that's not a radical adjustment considering you already have a concept of playing a player in an inverted role, So,
but even going back, 3 at the back is a defensive system, even if you want to play it in a defensive, playing with 3 at the back is defensive in England. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of historically, Liverpool have always been an attacking club, and we don't need to not be an attacking club. Certainly. We don't need to be. So bringing in someone like that that can do a. Yeah, I'm looking at Szoboszlai basically as the one who I want to see the most. What we do with him, because I think he'll unlock him. He won't be playing in a defensive role, which he is kind of for us now, the defensive role.
Mm-hmm.
So him and. I don't know. I still think we go out and do get a striker, another forward. Even if we don't sell Darwin, I can still see us going out and making some kind of move, just because you always do, freshen it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be at all surprised, maybe a more versatile type, someone in the Jota mold, or the Gakpo mold. But I wouldn't be at all surprised if we go and do that.
Yeah. This is why I didn't want to bring in Mourinho. When it comes to football, he says not defensive, boring football. Real and Jared says Real Madrid 2-1 down, but now closing up shop to take that 1-goal deficit to Madrid. Okay. Very, very cool. Thank you for the upset, Jared.
Mourinho is strange. He's not actually that old, but his best days are. I mean, if you think about it,
yeah, they're just. It's just I just don't like his pragmatic concept that he's pretty much gone with no matter what team he's gone with lately. Whether it's been Spurs, whether it was United, whether it's even Roma, he's just always been taking more of like that.
He didn't evolve. He didn't evolve really at all. When he was, what he did was at the forefront. He was. It's always the same two words about Mourinho. Mourinho at his peak, box office, just box office. Back in the day when he came into the Premier League, it was like like George Clooney walking into a cinema in London. It was just like, whoa, there's a big star here. He just had Hollywood about him straight away. For 4 or 5 years, he was just like, you had to hate him because he was TV gold, basically.
Right.
Prime Mourinho was hilarious. When you look back on it now, when it doesn't matter, at the time he drove you insane. But when you look back on it now, you're like, that guy was brilliant. The stuff he would say, things he would do. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, they would have taken him for a year now and all that, but it's like, but yeah, even like you say, by the time he went to Tottenham, you could tell that it was over. It was done. But him versus Benitez, that was some of the most dramatic games we ever had. So he knew, and I think he knew himself. He was one of those, if you told him back in the day, like, they would rather, like, Liverpool had been taken over by these money guys. None of them want to go to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Mourinho wanted to manage Liverpool. Sven-Göran Eriksson wanted to manage Liverpool. All those guys, they all wanted to do it. But yeah, we were never competing. So
that's what it is. Yeah.
I would have taken him back in the day though, after it was either him or Rafa.
There was a time when he would have been an interesting choice. Yeah. I just think that considering what we've seen with with him involved with the ownership groups, I just don't think that he's a right fit for this ownership group, because I don't think that he would throw the ownership group under the bus in a heartbeat.
He was more Hicks Gillette, I think.
Yeah,
definitely. FSG weren't going to hire him. No way.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep, Eric Dyer in UCL. He's about. I think that Bayern Munich. I don't want to jinx him, but I have Bayern Munich making it to the finals. Actually,
I'm assuming you got PSG in the other one, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. PSG versus Bayern Munich is who I had in my
parlay.
Parlay.
Yeah. Don't delay. Get your parlay.
Don't delay. I covered both bases, so it's not like I care who wins. So.
Oh, spread it. Yeah, back out, lay it, spread it, all that stuff.
Yeah, because it would be, for me. It would make a lot of sense. I mean,
in the 6-star, you mean the guy that's at Villa? Are you talking? I did.
Yeah.
He's question.
Yes, because he's talking about the 6 because he wanted a DM. Yeah. Oh, Douglas is really talented.
Really,
He's expensive though. What they quote him at? Like, I think 100 million. I want to say 90 million.
They
100
won't
million.
be talking big money for him. Yes, but in these days, this is one of those things like where you kind of set a precedent. As soon as Declan Rice goes for 100 million, that's the price for a good DM now.
See what I mean? I put it into the universe. I said it out loud, and penalty to Madrid.
This is only the first leg, by the way. You don't back against Madrid in the European Cup. That's bad juju.
Oh, I would never do that. That's just asking to be heard.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz left Man City. He's top quality. I think he takes a lot of penalties he scores a lot of goals for Villa, but they're all penalties. But he's got a great long shot on. I think he will go somewhere big.
Yeah.
But we probably missed the boat on him price wise.
For sure. 100% missed the boat on that. That's not happening. I don't know. I guess
you get him when he's 15 million, you're laughing. You are laughing. I think that's what Villa got him for, because I don't think Villa or City could get him enough games and all the rest of it.
Okay. I was spelling his name right the first time. Yeah, because they have him, the market value for Douglas Luiz is 70 million. And he's no longer dating his girlfriend, who plays for she still does play for the Villa women's team. 2-2, huh? Is that game in Germany, or are they in Spain? By the way,
I don't know. I think it's in Germany. I'm guessing.
Oh, if that's the case, then I might not be getting mine. That's not good.
Yeah, it's in Germany. Yeah,
it is in Germany. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, maybe my parlay might be going down in flames, but it's all good. It's all good.
I'd take him on a free, Bernie. I would definitely take him on a free, but at this stage of his, like, this would be like, you remember going back to Gary McAllister days.
Yeah,
we took on someone like call. It'd be highly unusual, but it just in terms of this game, if you told me you could have KDB for 2 years, even up to the age of 34, and he's going to be fit for the majority of it, hell yes. Because that guy, even like Luka Modric, think Luka Modric at Real Madrid. Like, if he can keep fit, he's never going to not be top quality. He'd be a brilliant, brilliant squad player.
Yeah,
that's what clubs used to do back in the day. Pick up players like him, and they'd win you one league. They'd come in and they'd do it, but he'd be 32, 33. But like FSG don't. But I would be all over that if you could just say he was properly fit.
That's interesting. I'm not really into
like
KDB. KDB. I do for a year, if not 2 years, sure. I'm not into this guy right here that Daryl's mentioning. Yeah,
linked with him a lot before he re-signed or went to Atalanta. I'm not sure. Either or, but we were heavily linked with him. I think it was the transfer summer before last that we were big in for him as a
KDB is coming up on his last year of his deal, by the way.
Oh, on the big bucks as well.
Yeah, he's
but in a perfect world,
100,000 beats.
Yeah, in a perfect world where you could totally be fit for 2 years, 100% add him to the squad. But
I feel you, Daryl. I'm just saying he doesn't like get me off my seat where I'm like, oh, that's a player I would jump for. That's all I'm saying, Daryl.
I reckon he was.
I definitely wouldn't use my budget towards him being an addition. Now the other guy,
he was a Klopp kind of type. I reckon Koopmeiners was very much
exactly
a Klopp Henderson / Fabinho replacement. Although against us, you could tell much more attacking than Fabinho. So I took more of a Henderson attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But
Well,
I no look. I liked what I saw from Atlanta. But if you're telling me, oh, he's going to cost you 70 million or something, I don't know. That's a different
yeah.
story then.
I mean, like I didn't think that he was the most his his play was decent, obviously against us since they beat us. I understand that much, but I
He
mean,
scored a couple of goals,
he's
didn't
not the
he?
name
Mm-hmm.
on that roster that I was like, oh, he played so well that he got my attention. That's what
It
I meant.
was who was the other guy? There was him and was it
The striker
Zielinski?
was their main guy.
No, but the
Yeah.
two guys that summer that were linked with us, I think it was him and Zielinski, was it?
Mm.
The guy that ended up at Bayern. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Zielinski, isn't it? Yeah, he's really. They were the two kind of names that kept being put out together, so to speak, because they were over there in Germany or it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure they would have been great players. You know, could done a great job for a city, especially man Zielinski. He's
Yeah.
excellent, but yeah, that Coop Miners one had a real Klopp feel to it for me. But
Yeah.
again, this guy's Dutch and this guy's. But no, I know. Oh, JK, there we go, man.
Oh man, Min Jae Kim, who was the person that gave up the foul. Oh, it sucks for him.
Oh, Minji. Okay. Well, glad we didn't buy him now, eh? Glad you didn't buy him now.
Yeah,
Actually.
exactly.
Yeah,
He
he
would have
could have been in the
been
middle there. Yeah, that would have
he'd
been
been in the
embarrassing.
middle, getting you embarrassed. All right, guys, it's been fun to see what you guys were going to put together. We are going to have a part 2 on this, so I'll have to figure out if we can do that this week. But for right now, I think you guys are sitting pretty with your lineup. I mean, that's a good looking lineup. Whether you go with this form of it in the 4-2-3-1, or if you stick with the 4-3-3, I think that's a good looking lineup. Absolutely good looking lineup. Yeah, it'll be a young, and then you have you would have a virtually young, super young, but definitely promising core right there, where you'd have Seth Vandenberg and Kwanzaa as your maybe the heir apparents to the throne with Bastoni and Van Dijk.
Seth Vandenberg is never happening, lads. Please stop talking about Seth Vandenberg. Honestly, that's never happening, guys. He's never going. It's just never happening. It's crazy. That guy is here. He's almost here as long as Joe Bloody Gomez.
Almost. Definitely almost. But all right, fellas and ladies, I would say thank you for joining us today. Yeah, I was supposed to be out 45 minutes ago, but it's all good. Got me almost for 3 hours here, almost. So, but it's always a pleasure. It's always fun when you're having fun. You kind of lose track of time. So, big up to each and every one of you, each and every time. Please do join us tomorrow. We'll definitely have a show lined up for tomorrow. We're most likely not going to do a part 2 because I think we do have something lined up for tomorrow. I thought we had something lined up for tomorrow. We'll have to confirm it, but we do have certainly something. What I thought we had lined up for tomorrow.
We do. We got something special this week, don't we?
Yeah, but I thought that was for Thursday. I thought that was for Thursday.
Yeah, that's for Thursday. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I didn't know.
Right.
But so, yeah, look out for Thursday night, guys. Look out for Thursday night.
Well, Throwback Thursday should be cool.
Do we want to tell them?
No. Let's leave. We'll leave it. We'll leave it until the You'll see the thumbnail. We'll give you a little teaser tomorrow.
Yeah, but make sure. All I'll say is make sure keep an eye out because Thursday night it's going to be something really fun.
Yeah, Thursday night's going to be a lot of fun. So, night to Bernadette. Good night to Jimmy. Peace out to Trigger TV.
Nice one, Jimmy. Yeah.
Yes, big up Trigger TV. Realism Jared, Drunk Vigo, JK in the house, Daryl. Big up to every one of you guys are still with us in the chat here. Realism Jared. I know some of you guys are just listening. I know Cedric already said goodbye. So, like Bayesian Pops and everyone, thank you for showing some love and some support here. Really do appreciate it. We're going to fire up the Lyrebird tomorrow again at the same 7 p.m. Hour. And is there anything that you want to say to the people before we log?
Yeah, quickly. Just yeah, like anybody actually, I know. Look, we're not huge, but there's a few people. If anybody is watching this on a replay, then massive respect. Just much love to anybody that's watching on a replay.
Yeah,
because I know some people actually do watch them later on, and we don't get to chat to people in the chat. So people that do watch on a replay, massively appreciate it as well.
Just drop a comment too, by the way. Drop a comment. Yeah.
Drop a thing me and a whatchamacallit.
Yeah, if you can drop a like and a comment, that'd be much appreciated. And
if you guess, if you want to put in the comments any guesses for what we might be doing on Thursday night, because it's a little bit different.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Either or, like you can even tell us who you would have rather seen the Mighty Reds here go with, or or put whatever you like. Comments are your domain. So, and I will respond to your comments. Strike up a dialogue.
Yeah,
that's how we do it here. We're always there for our brethren. So appreciate each and every one of you guys each and every time. I ask that you do take care of yourselves. Tough times that we're all living in, I'm sure. So take care of yourself so that you can take care of your loved ones in your lives. Very important that you do so. It's not easy for anyone. Some of us are going through some difficult things in our lives. It helps when we have support. It helps when we have family members there. It helps when we have professional, support, whether it's therapy or whether it's, medical, whatever it could be. But it's important that you do get it. And it's important that you understand that you have the support out there. And as Reds, we always walk alongside of you. So as the Bayern Munich game goes to final, we're going to go to final as well here. So thank you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Until then, up the Reds.
Peace.